Well met, lords and ladies, Jacob Butter speaking, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Review. I'm not going to play the Gacha Review intro this time, I've done that enough times as a mistake. Something else that's different today, or supposed to be different, is that the quality of the stream is supposed to be higher. StreamYard has issued, they said that they've made changes effective for everyone, and supposedly the quality is going to be better. Normally the issue that I have is that this room looks very dark when I have the high quality camera on, but not the low quality camera. So I don't know what they're going to do with the other one, but for right now I've got the high quality one, so we'll see. I guess let me know if you see any difference, I suppose. Anyways, more Aphmau stuff, because it just seems to be that, everything is happening much like on the ocean itself. We just get like a wave that sweeps up everything at the same time, including apparently a wanted poster for our deuteragonist of the show. I mean, we all knew that Aaron was wanted, don't get me wrong, but was he wanted in that way? I guess he is. He's a true pirate after all. He's really becoming Luffy over time, isn't he? I mean, down to the wearing the red, the benevolence, but still wanting to be like the best of the pirate. Yeah, okay, yeah, you know what? We'll bench that idea for now, I guess, because today we're talking about Mermaid Tales. The Black Lullaby, Ep.6. It has been some time, and this came out on the 10th anniversary of MyStreet for some reason. I guess maybe some people would, because there was an announcement at the end of that video to, that they were planning to finish Mermaid Tales first, so I guess this was a sign of goodwill to be like, yes, we are following through with that, we're finishing Mermaid Tales, but also please watch Mermaid Tales. I don't really know. But I get the idea. We're going to get some speculations in a second, because look who's here.
Hi. Well, I mean, to be fair, when Aphmau was promoting it, she was doing it in a very strange way in the video, where she's like, oh, we also have Mermaid Tale Season 2 airing on the Aphmau Diaries channel. Remember, it's very mature. She was, emphasizing that, which, makes sense, because her audience is very young, being like, it's very mature. It's like yes, Aphmau. They're swearing.
As you say that, and innuendo as well. As you say that, there's actually, I think I've frozen now.
Oh god, why'd you frozen?
Yeah, I tried to press the button to start it, and then it just did. It does my entire computer.
Oh god, don't worry, stream.
My non-entire computer, everything else works except for StreamYard. So I guess it's just internet issues again.
I'll entertain the stream.
I'm gonna close down the stuff that I have, and I'm gonna save the unpopular song that Fred did from last time.
Oh god, yes! We need to post that as a short on YouTube or something, because it was so funny. It was my favorite bits from the episode.
Yeah, again, I think it's too long for a shorts, but yeah, I can definitely make that into something. Honestly, can make it into a gacha music video. I haven't done one of those in a while, but that'd be a great promo for our second channel. Yeah, see? Yeah. We've got ideas.
Be unpopular. You're gonna be unpopular. I forget when exactly, but
it's because I had to add stuff, so I made it, you will be unpopular, because it has the same number of syllables.
Yeah.
Sounds like my rehearsals today, where the musical director got my list of changed lyrics for the songs I was doing. Hey. Because for functionality purposes, I was like, no, we need to do it like this. And they're also kind of paying attention more to me about now when it comes to my suggestions of musical counts and such, because the choreographer was trying to work out something, and then I'd advised them on something beforehand. And then, the director was just like, no, wait, no, everyone listen to Sean. It's like, oh, okay.
Honestly, we need to, actually post all of Fred's parody songs so far. They're all great so far.
I was going to do an Nathaniel album at some point, but yeah, a Fred... Yeah. Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, I'd probably have to make, actual complete versions, because I normally cut off a couple of verses.
Yeah.
But yeah. We'll work on that some other time. I guess when it comes to things that often sing, mermaids. Let's see what's going on here. Without further ado, on with now the screen's just Gone black. Okay, now I can't actually press anything again.
Guys,
every time I go and press the button, it just doesn't want to do anything.
Guys,
okay, there we go.
The void is taking over the stream. The void is here. The void is entering our dimension.
I pressed the button and now the video is not playing.
Oh. The video won't play. The video won't play. No matter how much you click, it won't stick.
It's okay.
I don't know. We love parodies here.
We certainly do. I'm going to reload this. Also, yeah, just says he does very much a true wanted pirate, yes.
He's wanted by everyone now. I mean, to be fair, if we had a nickel every time Aaron was wanted by a government, we would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
I mean, I guess it, you know, it would make sense for it to be the government that issued this, so yeah, fair enough. I wonder what Ken thinks of that. Anyway, content warning, mature language and themes. Again, really making sure people are aware of this.
I mean, I really do like the warning, though. The warning is really cute. I think.
I like how it very much contrasts in both color and lighting with the scene that it's over the top of. Also, I think that was the same like storm sound effect that I use in Mutant Girl Season 2, Episode 3. It's like you took the Lifeline song from me for the D&D video. You took Paradise for the start of the anniversary of MyStreet. What more would you take from me, Aphmau? I say as we're reacting to a video with the same title and basic thumbnail. Anyway.
Ow!
That's the first time she's felt like a fish out of water in a while.
I can't control this thing!
I'm sorry, why did they put Zane in charge of steering? Whose decision was that?
No clue.
World's most wanted pirate, I guess. Yeah, they want to give him steering lessons, right.
Oh, where did this storm come from?
Well, the sky.
Aaron!
If you're in a typhoon, you're dead. Series over. You're right, Aiden. It was going to be short.
Aaron!
Okay, well, Aphmau will be fine. Aphmau and Zane will be fine. Aaron, on the other hand, he will drown.
Yeah, that's true. The reason they want to is because he goes missing in this scene.
The rest of the series is just like Aphmau and Zane kind of grieving Aaron under the sea.
It would be ironic if like the moment that the wanted posters start appearing, they're just like, ah yes, you will never find him.
I'll stabilize the ship. I need you two to batten down the hatches. I can man the helm.
No, you can't.
Legs to hold it down. I have 6.
Not long
ones.
one.
Hurry before we go topside. On it. Batten
Mermaid
down the hatches.
Tales. That's what we're watching.
Yeah, I mean, it is in the title of the video, so yes, that. They're watching that.
Hatches. We're hatching something?
It means tie down what you can.
Oh,
Aaron really gotta dial down the pirate speak. Aphmau's a little too stupid to understand it. She doesn't.
Well, I mean, yeah, well, that's one thing she needs to learn as, you know, part of his crew. Yeah.
Snap!
What?
Zane!
Force of habit.
Why?
Snap out of it! I don't know.
Stop squabbling and get to work, you two.
I'll say this, you know, the camera playing around with, you know, like with going back and forth between like Dutch angles and such. I've said before, Dutch angles are great for creating like a sense of unease. A good example of that is in Doki Doki Literature Club, actually. You know, like after the main twist is revealed and the second run through of the day, There's like a particular part where I think it's Yuri where the camera just starts tilting and tilting as you're still going, and it makes you much more sickly on purpose. But it also works because the
We're in a storm.
yeah, exactly. We're in a storm and the boat is rocking and everything. Yeah, if only I'd known how to do that when I was when I was doing my Jesus in the Storm video from my unlisted collection. Those that don't know, my first ever YouTube videos were actually for a project in school about the life of Jesus. And my friends and I made them in Minecraft, and this channel was actually made so I could actually have a place to post it and send that to my teacher. So yeah, there are a few scenes that are unlisted because I didn't get their permission to post them publicly. Yeah, one of them was just regular old Minecraft storm with not much happening. I think Jesus type / toggle downfall then calms the storm, but anyway.
What?
I couldn't edit.
That's the way to use your powers, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Even now the boat looks like it's uneasy, even though it's called Calm Down.
Wow. Aphmau's on top of him.
Yeah, I don't think she knows CPR, so, good luck with that.
Wait, can't you even give CPR in the traditional way? How does that work for mermaids?
That is a very good question.
I
assume she has some way of breathing on land, otherwise, what is she doing? She can't be holding her breath the entire time, I would have thought.
I thought she's breathing through, like, magic or whatever. Like, I don't know, maybe she has magic lungs plus mermaid parts? Honestly, I'm kind of confused how the potion Tavari gave her in season 1 is still lingering or working in this weird way. Because it's like this weird middle ground between her mermaid abilities and her human abilities.
It was a half bake for a potion. Only half an emerald was using it.
Oh my god! It was human hair.
Human hair laced with emerald dust. Anyway, another good camera motion would create these would be the dolly zoom. That's very true. I think Doki Doki was actually both at the same time. But yeah.
Wake up!
Grab a bunch and put a little makeup.
Oh, thank the seas. I thought you were dead.
And I can't choose that for a second it looked like she was just doing like a push-up. Okay, this looks much more natural now.
Did you have to slap me?
No.
Thought you were dead.
That you slapped him after he opened his eyes. Come on.
I am dead.
I'm dead. The blood is all but draining from my head. Anyway.
Stop scaring me.
He said tired,
Don't
by the
feel
way.
well right
That
now.
I'm dead. Dead tired. Dead tired. So yeah, just saying you missed. He said dead. Tired.
Oh, like he paused. Okay, fine.
Oh, that's it. I'm taking care of you. Come on.
How many splinters does this girl have? You're scooting
Too many.
on the wood, okay? That seems painful.
I'm tired. The chemistry in my brain has been rewired.
What's wrong, Aaron? Legs tired? Oh, too bad you don't have 6. Zane, I need you to man the helm right now. The seas are calm, so it shouldn't be too difficult. Just keep going east-northeast.
Use your magic crab powers.
I got this.
A question. I do wonder. I know he's like meant to be a scholar, but like, is this crab like supernatural?
Why are you asking? Because the ability to go to man the helm or to know where east-northeast is?
Just everything we see this crab do. I'm just wondering if this crab is supernatural at this point.
I mean, you can see ghosts.
Is this a supernatural crab? I mean, granted, I guess Roboto is also a weirdly strong super bird that's technically not supernatural, but it's just weirdly strong for a regular bird.
I mean, it's not even his strength. His biggest advantage is just his speed, because you gave him supersonic speed.
He's a very fast bird.
Yeah, he is faster than anything else that exists currently in Occulta.
Yeah.
Because nothing has broken the sound barrier yet.
Oh, God. We're just gonna find out he's secretly a god. I'm kidding, that's a joke. Unless, no. That's a joke!
Rest, Captain, as I will steer us in the right direction.
I mean, if he says keep heading east-northeast, it seems like they're already going in that direction, so he probably should just keep it straight. I guess keep true would be the nautical term.
Captain, maybe sleeping would be best. You've barely slept in 2 days.
Truth be told, I cannot rest on an empty stomach.
Oh.
Empty stomach? I got this.
Aphmau would be great with just like finding a way to do fishing much more efficiently.
I don't know if Aphmau feel comfortable doing that. Remember season 1 when she ate fish without knowing it, and then got really sick? It's like, I ate my friends.
Oh, okay, so we're not going by Aquaman logic then.
I don't think she'd feel very comfortable kidnapping fish to feed them to Eren. I feel like she'd get very uncomfortable by that.
I guess that would explain why he hasn't eaten in so long, because I guess like their non-fish supplies are probably dwindled.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna make you some food.
Oh, incidentally, that bowl of fruit there is probably the smartest addition that Eren could have had right here, because he is avoiding one of the like biggest and cruelest fates of pirates of this perceived time period: scurvy.
Remember what happened last time you made something for Captain?
So this means you like it? Aren't you supposed to be manning the helm?
Good point.
I'm just getting Lumi to bring me a chair.
So, incidentally, Lumi is still a thing. I thought Lumi was gone after last episode. Lumi is here, though. I thought Lumi left.
I guess.
I thought Lumi. I mean, I'm glad.
In that
Lumi's
case,
here. I
have to. Yeah,
But
I must ask the question: why doesn't Eren get Lumi to man the helm?
I mean,
Someone who is probably immune to wind resistance and wouldn't get swept away in the storm that just happened.
I feel like for Lumi though, like you obviously like see her as a ghost carrying stuff here now, but assumably she's gotten put down the chair.
Yes.
I assume manifesting the ability to interact with physical stuff, like the corporeal world, takes a lot of energy out of her, and if she were to man the helm for much longer than maybe like 2 to 3 minutes, she would start to lose her energy and be unable to like physically grasp stuff for a while.
If that is how it helps, if it does indeed take effort, or if she does it all casually, then I would question it. I would at least bring up the subject to hear from her point of view if it was even possible. Hopefully Eren, breached the subject.
Now, I'm going back to the helm.
Eren, I promised I worked on my ability to cook human food. Please?
Oh, well, speaking of Zooms.
Please?
Human food.
Human food?
Uh,
Not the same thing.
Good.
Food, then I don't mind.
Yay!
Do not poison me, though.
You mind if I see that orb again?
Yeah. Why is it this a thing? By the way, another classic Aphmau Eren dynamic of Aphmau trying to cook something, and if it is in fact the joke of the episode that she cannot do so, she cannot do so, and she's terrible at it.
Sure. Here you go. I'm excited.
God, I'm glad that her aim is good, because that window was open. Oh, that was not a good idea.
Play with the fire.
Oh god, don't play him, Mr. Fire. He's dangerous.
Yeah, and also... Ah, that smells quite good. Reminds me of smell of fish. Aphmau!
Oh, that'd be scary. Like, no.
This chair is actually helpful.
Oh, okay, so she can balance a board on her head. I feel like she doesn't need to worry too much about...
Okay, so later in the episode... okay, I was confused at this at first. Because at first when I saw the episode, I'm like, why does she have a weird thing on her head? And
I assume it's to protect Zane from the sun.
No, and later in the episode, Zane mentions, hey, you gotta avoid the sun, remember? So I'm like, oh, wait. Of course,
protect her from the sun. Okay.
Of course she was wearing this because if the sun touches her, she'll get hurt or die. Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Oh, fair enough. I have a character in Mob Slayer that has that does a similar thing, except in her case, she uses a leather helmet. Much easier.
Yeah, but I imagine it also takes a lot of energy to balance this on her head for long periods of time.
I guess. Makes you wonder if she... I guess she was underneath the chair beforehand, and that was protecting her. By the way, this is always like what I wonder about in terms of the logic of this. Because, yes, you're protected from sun rays that are beaming straight down towards you. What about every other direction? Can you only do this at precisely midday? Like, what?
I mean, Marceline in Adventure Time did something similar with her.
Oh, yeah, she has a sun hat, right?
She had this giant hat, and she was just chilling out in the sun with PB and Finn and Jake. And, like, she just had this giant hat over her head to block her from the sun.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that at least like sun hats are designed to block out sun rays or like cast a bit of a shadow. But yeah, I don't know. That's what's why I wonder when it comes to different types of, well, mostly it's vampires that have this issue.
Yeah.
Or in the case of Minecraft zombies, because the reason that the leather helmet is a thing that I chose in Mob Slayer is because that character has the body of a Minecraft zombie. And by their logic, if they have any sort of armor on them, particularly leather helmets, then or a helmet of any kind, they don't burn in the sun. That's just a Minecraft mechanic, so that's what I was playing around with. Yeah. I have apparently got 8 outdated drivers. I fully believe it because of what's been happening in the stream so far. Just needs a jacket to be alright in the sun. More like a woolen coat of some kind, yeah.
I mean, I don't think she could wear one, but wear a jacket specifically.
No, she has to again, if she has to concentrate to interact with items, then yes, it would take a monumental amount of effort to do so.
And that wouldn't even last long because you would have to. It's like a D&D spell of concentration. You have to hold the concentration. You can't just slip up and be like, oh.
Yes, that's if she needs to concentrate.
Yeah.
I don't remember if that was covered in a previous episode, but presuming that it wasn't, we're making an assumption right now that she needs to focus and expend energy.
That's normally how ghosts work in media, anyways. Normally.
Well, ghosts don't burn in the sun, so I feel like we're in a bit of a new territory.
Normally in most media with ghosts, when they come to interacting with stuff, like especially when like some TV shows where like a main protagonist becomes a ghost temporarily. They actually have to actively focus to touch things for long periods to actually, be able to, touch things, focus. It's normally I don't know. It's like one of those things where it's just one of those ghost tropes where it's like you got to, a ghost have to heavily concentrate to actually physically interact with the physical world. And then
I'm not saying that doesn't make sense to do so. I'm just saying that we don't know if that's the case right now, based on what's been going on, unless I've forgotten something from our previous episode. Yeah. I've had troubleshooting my computer's devices. As I've a pain and currently working getting my screen touch driver working. My old computer has screen touch. I found it more annoying than anything, because if I accidentally nudged the screen, it would click on something. It's like, no, don't do that.
Box later, though.
A box?
I feel it has more dignity. It's square. Something about it just feels right.
It would also have been far more convenient, considering that there are 3 crates that are cube form and therefore square that were in this area. You didn't even need to go to the. Okay.
Luby didn't notice the set dressing.
Mm-hmm. She rolled a 2 on perception.
Oh my god. God, oh my god, what if I played a D&D character that was a ghost?
You already did, right? You brought Dennis back briefly.
I mean, I meant like actual like character who actually does more interacting with the party and actually like adventures onwards. I think that'd be so interesting.
Honestly, so would I. Yeah.
Honestly, Mr. Oculta, maybe we should do eventually a one shot where one of us plays a ghost character.
Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah, we could. I mean, I tell you what. Actually, if we bring back the pirate crew, that might actually work, because if you do back pirate crew, someone else runs the session, so you can free up to play a character. You can play a ghost pirate.
Ooh,
that's a very common trope with the ghost pirate. Yeah, why not?
although I'd have to ask Vin how would we actually do like a ghost stat. How we would actually.
I don't know. He worked out the stats for Dennis, so yeah, I guess he's got experience.
You're silly. A chair gets the job done.
Manning the helm is a heavy responsibility.
I will say him balancing on the chair like that is actually makes it so that, yeah, I would have to agree with Zane here. The chair is worse, not from the pride aspect, but more so from the safety. Yeah, like he could very easily break all 6 of his legs if he's not careful.
I mean, Zane's a pretty resilient crab.
Dignity matters.
Doesn't mean he should put himself in danger intentionally. Orchid had 48 HP and she only took damage after 20 sessions.
Oh
You're
god.
too crab to care about things like that.
Maybe it's because no one can see you that you don't have a sense of dignity.
Oh, ow!
That's
My
mean, Zane.
heart!
I mean, I didn't mean it that way.
Oh, relax. I know you didn't mean that. I'm just happy to be having conversations again. The mermaid has
You
the best
know,
ones
at
with
least
me.
this Zane also is very socially awkward and does not know how to communicate with people.
Yeah. There's a very strong chance that if Season 1 hadn't happened, this would have been Kawaii-chan.
Talk to her? How?
Kawaii-chan as a ghost. Go. That would be awesome, actually.
Wait, Nana-chan from Season 1? You died?
How would you die?
I annoyed the king with my exposition dialogue. He said, as you know, you're due for execution, and I was.
Well, we don't talk the way you and I do. She asks me to reach for things for her she can't reach.
What? So she's using you to get her things? You can't just
hello?
demand you get her things when she wants?
Didn't you demand chair?
Oh, she doesn't demand anything.
She
She
requests.
also tries to talk to me, but can't hear me. I think it's cute she carries him around.
If you're
Wait. Did she just disappear with the physical board? That
Well,
raises so many other questions.
wait, she can phase objects, remember? She phases Zane, so she can phase objects.
Yeah, but also she just did she just like teleport? She's still like actually there, just went invisible again. Oh, I said let's check. I'll probably get my answer in a second if the video plays. Any second now. There we go.
Then... How?
I beg your pardon?
But I mean...
Land ho,
Land-ho!
obviously.
In
There we
that
go.
direction!
How?
Wow, sharp eyes!
I guess she was aware of what that meant.
It's like a-
I haven't been to Azure Bay in so long!
Okay, again, I have to ask this question. She just jumped for joy, right? This character that we know to normally float. Why is she is she affected by gravity now? Can she choose to be affected by gravity? The more she's on the screen, the more questions I have.
Okay, in universe, I don't know. Out of universe, Jess probably wanted to have her be more expressive and less floaty head bobby and more actually Minecraft animated character who's able to move properly.
I can, you know what people saying that Zane's going to turn into a creature with a potion at some point in this series. That's very likely also, but I'm going to make a prediction as well. At one point, she's going to take a deep breath and sigh, and I'm going to question with what lungs.
Okay, I don't think Zane will turn into anything with a potion per se. Although I wouldn't be surprised if he gets hit by the soul dew or whatever that's called. The soul ball.
Soul Echo, apparently.
I wouldn't be surprised if he gets hit with a soul echo at one point and becomes like a human version of Zane. I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh yeah, so what? So
that
yeah,
happens.
That's true. I mean that is the one power we've seen that it possesses currently. So yeah, that's fair.
I mean, we've seen it turn mermaids and sirens into humans. Why not sentient magic crabs?
Yes.
I spotted it first because that's what a captain would do.
I want him to wear.
No, it's what a lookout would do. That's why they exist.
I want
actually that's also really good. That would be a good role for Lumi. Actually, she could be the lookout.
I want Zane to wear like a tiny hat now. I think it'd be funny.
Okay.
Give him a tiny hat. A little
honestly, don't make it tiny. Give him a regular human-sized hat. Have him try to wear it with dignity.
I would accept that. That'd be awesome.
My goodness, the streamer has so much dead air because they keep unpausing it and still air.
Zane.
There we go.
There's the glimmer in the distance.
Starlight Glimmer where? From My Little Pony? Friendship is Magic?
Also, see, she's a good lookout, like I said.
It's an island.
No, I mean behind us.
Huh?
Oh, maybe we actually are going to get ghost pirates. Aside from Lumi, obviously.
Lumi, telescope!
Where was she keeping the telescope?
I love the lack of self-awareness that Zane has, where she's like, oh, she just demanded that you get things for her. And meanwhile, he's like, Lumi, telescope! Get me a chair! Bring a box next time, I changed my mind.
This.
Also, how can you call that a glimmer? That's the opposite of a glimmer. It's like a dim spot on the horizon.
Oh, no, it's explained later.
Okay.
Isn't good.
Lumi just sees everything in inverted colors.
What is it?
We're being followed.
Bodyguard as well. That's not. I don't believe that's a traditional pirate or nautical role that someone would have, but she would definitely be able to double up as that for sure.
I don't know how good of a bodyguard she should be. I feel like it'd be very hard for her to punch people or at least keep consistent combat with someone. Because I feel like the moment she gets a few attacks off, she would then pretty much be pretty much unable to attack anymore.
I don't know. She can just phase a person into the ground and have them suffocate in the earth.
Actually, maybe I don't. Can she let go of someone while phasing? Is that possible?
Well, I mean, what else? I mean, I don't think there's like a magical grip that she would have. It's not instantaneous either. So yeah, if she decided to let go and the person didn't, assuming that they don't keep their like phase mode until they've reemerged, they would just suffocate. Sometimes I've seen it done where there's where the actual where the phasee is able to recover their solid form, but only after they're back in air. Probably as a safety measure.
I mean, honestly, the only thing Lumi can really do combat-wise, probably effectively, would be just tossing stuff at people, like she did for that one guy last episode, the butler. She like chucked a bunch of glass at him. But that would surmise that Aphmau or Aaron or someone puts out like tons of tiny objects that she could just chuck at someone. And even then, throwing all the glasses wasn't very effective on the butler. It took like what 10 glasses to actually get him to be knocked out, It took quite a bit of like stuff thrown at him.
Well, I mean, yeah, because the thing is, like, usually glass bottles don't break as easy as you see in media. So yeah, if given with enough force, they'll make you bleed. But you know, I guess if they're thrown from a distance, they'll just like bonk you. I don't know. Also, look, it's Garth Grandmama's Reef. I forgot to mention that last time.
Loading. Unconditional loading.
Never seen anything
for
like
the
you
video.
Hold on, does he have 2 fruit bowls?
Such a powerful little trinket.
He really does hate
You mold
scurvy.
your bodies, give knowledge, even skill. No. Somehow your magic allows for you to switch a body for another. Never experience it all. Let them act as if they're that other person. But how the hell did Aph find it?
Oh well, it
Why
fell
does she
from
react to
the
it so
ocean's
easily?
sky.
This is no coincidence. No one would lose something like this. Someone gave it to her. But why?
You can literally just ask.
Well, she doesn't know where it came from
Someone is
either.
playing a game with us.
She just knows it came from the sky, and then some other girl said something about it, and then kind of just left it with her for no reason.
Yeah,
She's just like,
yes, and therefore someone gave it to her. What Aaron is asking, but he was making that conclusion, be like, no way she just found it. Someone must have given it to her because no one would lose it. And effectively, as far as we know, that's what happened. You know, then they didn't lose it necessarily. They just, you know, was that like, here, take this thing. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
Okay. Sorry that took so long.
Did Aphmau just invent pizza? Oh no, never mind. It's a bowl.
Honestly, I thought you fell asleep. You were so quiet.
I'm fine. Just thinking about the last few days.
Well, good news is the boat
you
hasn't
had a
crashed, so
traumatizing
Zane's
last
really getting
few
good.
days, you know.
Yes,
got
of course you
attacked-
think about them.
You got attacked by a sea monster.
Yep.
Then you found out Aphmau has this weird thing that could turn a human. Then you got trapped on an island where you almost got married to a psycho ghost, half living, half non-living ghost lady. And now, and then you watched her die right in front of you as she gave up her life for, you know, reasons.
Yeah.
It's been a very eventful few days. Aphmau almost got stabbed by you.
Good at making the ship move.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be a first time?
And the bad news?
What? Oh, no bad news today. The only other good news is that you get to try my new soup.
Ah, that's what they're going with.
It looks delicious, right?
It looks like a mix of tomato soup and carrots with some carrot bits in it.
Which doesn't sound that bad, to be honest.
And then it looks like there's maybe a bit of garlic on the outside. Maybe that's meant to be like a bit of garlic on the outside.
Crap, where the hell are we?
Aaron, but the food!
Ah, I don't recognize this particular chunk of land outside my window. We must be lost.
I'll be back in just a second.
Well, he can also feel the ship
Just have to
stopping.
kill Zane.
But you told him to go towards this east-northeast because you want to find the land there. He's done that. What is the problem exactly?
Maybe he surmised that the land was further than it took the time from the sail. Therefore, you know.
I'll make Zane some food too.
Yeah, just pour him a smaller portion of the existing soup.
Zane, what the hell? I leave for 2 seconds and you put us off course?
How did he manage to fit the ship down there? That's actually that's actually impressive.
What's the meaning of this? I needed to hide us! Quickly! From what? We needed to make it to Azure Bay before sunset. We're gonna lose too much time if we don't go straight there. I didn't bring us in here for a fun detour. We're being followed. What did you say? There was another ship just behind us over the horizon. They hid themselves quite well, but the reflection of their spyglass gave them away.
Ah, there's the glimmer. Okay,
Yeah,
fair enough.
I was like, that does get explained.
All right. So, here's the issue with, like, Zane's plan right now, basically. If they were still following you before, it stands to reason, unless he says that he found a way to distract them somehow across the open sea, it stands to reason that they could use those exact same spyglasses to spy them going into here, and now they're cornered.
Oh shit, who the hell would tail us? Better not be that damn butler.
Didn't he die?
I
Thought
don't
we
know,
killed him.
but
I thought we blew him up.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, they took this. Yeah,
you
took explosion
can
to the face.
thank me for... Wait,
Yep, there they are. Of course.
is that? Oh, that's son of a bitch.
Caspian.
Yeah, it's him.
You're a stalker.
Caspian.
We love soccer.
He's followed us all the way from Hangman's Rest?
That's quite impressive that he didn't end up, getting embroiled in, like, any of the distractions, I suppose. He probably set out a little bit later.
Asshole. Agreed. He is an ass of holes. Why is he following?
Was that what? Okay.
I don't know, but there were about 4 swears and as many lines in there. We're going with the mature themes for sure.
There's no way he happened to be going in the same direction as us. The exact same path? It cannot be a coincidence.
No, two sea vessels taking the path of least resistance and the shortest distance across the open sea to a particular tract of land. That has never happened before, ever.
Well,
You're
in
right,
this
Zane.
case, they probably got off course, and they're just kind of in a really weird. They probably went in a very weird way based off how they, the distraction that went in the way. So it's kind of weird how someone theoretically was able to be pretty much right behind them, potentially.
Oh well, actually, when you put it that way, it's probably even less weird because they were delayed by the storm. That would give him more time to catch up. Or complete the path with, again, no resistance.
There's no coincidence here.
She's swimming on wood! No! Oh, every time she moves, it makes it worse!
Girl is gonna be injured by the end of the show.
No, I figured this out. This is why she doesn't have her scales from last season. She scraped them all off.
Oh. Okay, that's a horrifying concept. She didn't
Yeah,
do
they
that.
fell off from irritation, yeah.
His ain't dead. I hope not, because I made extra food just now. Is everything okay?
Imagine if Zane had been dead and that's how she found out.
Is this the Azure Bay you were talking about? It's in a cave?
No. Zane just steered us in the wrong direction, and now we're here.
He doesn't want her to know. He doesn't want her to worry.
I mean, Aaron.
Well, too bad. Boo-hoo. She's part of the crew. She needs to know these things if there's danger lurking.
Why don't
Yeah.
you go eat your food?
Oh well.
Look, just because she apparently has no bad memories
And
doesn't mean she's immune to finding out when peril is approaching.
to be fair, she also lacks a good danger sense. Even during the last scenario they dealt with, she had a hard time sensing danger at first. It took her a while.
Then she probably wouldn't worry too much about this. That makes it even worse.
Yeah, I don't know. This girl has bad self-preservation skills at this point. She just not she cannot preserve herself on her own.
No, I think Aaron's probably figured that out at least.
Come on. Let's go into...
Ow! More stabbing! Ow!
Stabbing? We're not alone here. Sail forward. We can't leave the way we came.
Yeah, because ships don't have a reverse button. I wish they did.
Reverse See, actually, to be honest, they can. You can make a ship go in reverse, but the problem is with based on how like this ship is working, we haven't seen them like row at all. So you've got to assume they've been going just purely by the winds alone. Normally, you would think, okay, well, fine. Does everyone like grab an oar? They would like they could row the ship backwards if they are even able to exert that much force to begin with.
I don't think I think this ship's too big for essentially two people. I just not even three people.
Most likely
can't really help out.
Most likely, but that also, by the way, means they can't move forwards either because the winds don't reach in here.
Yeah, this is their new home.
Do the tides command this vessel? Not anymore, they don't.
Bastards, dig any faster. I'm trying.
Aaron has been confirmed. Aaron didn't commit murder. So far, Ellie. It's been confirmed.
Oh, I see.
Well, you know those voices. I thought it was pretty obvious.
Well, I know those voices, but I also know that they multi-roll. Remember?
I mean, these guys
well,
have
maybe, not so much Michael Kovac, but the others. I always love in MCTV shows when they take the actions that everyone takes for granted in Minecraft, like digging, and they make it intentionally complicated to make it look more realistic, and all you end up resulting in is just people freeze framing like this. At what point are you just like, nah, the regular Minecraft motion is better than this.
I mean, I think this is pretty cool, but it's also for plot reasons. They have to be digging slower than normal Minecraft.
Yes. It is commonly known that Deimos are terrible at digging. I know they're not Deimos in this version.
Yeah, they're not. They're humans. You know, I do wonder if the Deimos are actually going to make an appearance in MyStreet Season 7 and 8, based on the fact that they're in this show. Do you think Aphmau is going to give them any role in the next two seasons of
MyStreet? You mean like, just like them as iterations? Well, I don't know if there's any new neighborhoods or new plot inclusions. It's entirely possible. I know that originally the idea behind My Demons was like it was it was the mature series at the time that was an entirely different cast, even to the point where the main character was not Aphmau for the first time. Still played by Aphmau, but you know what I mean.
I mean, I will say, as a concept, maybe Melissa meets with the son of another powerful company, being Ash, and I don't know, maybe his dad is like the son of a powerful company or something. Or his dad like runs a powerful company like the Liking Corporation in MyStreet universe. I mean, that would make sense. And then you can make all the Minor Demon crew like employees, like maybe like Rise is like a financial like person. Maybe like what's his name? Leaf is like a bodyguard. So is Pierce, and Noi is.
Yeah. What about
Noi would be? I don't know what Noi would be in this scenario, but Noi would be something.
Yeah, what about Ash's brother? What was his name again? Was it Raul or something?
Maybe? I forget.
I don't know. I know his wife's name, obviously. He would definitely have to interact with Melissa at some point.
Oh god, that would be awesome.
When you start to pull at that string,
But I'm just saying that's a way they could be included in MyStreet Season 7 and 8. Because I mean, we're obviously going to have to somewhat touch on the Liking Corporation and how Melissa or Aaron or both of them. I don't know how Aphmau plans on doing it, but how it's actually running with the fact that the CEO and the CEO's wife is dead.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder who actually is running the Mermaid Corporation, because the Mermaids forgot about Garte when Garte's been like kidnapped by what's her name, Elizabeth. So I wonder who's actually running the Mermaid and the Mermaid company too.
I would assume Ziana.
Ziana wasn't someone who really ran the company, though, for what I remember, at least in MyStreet. She never really talked about running the company in any form or fashion. She was just kind of married to the CEO.
Hmm. That is entirely possible. I don't know.
So, I mean, who's actually running the company? Who's the current CEO?
Well, I mean, I assume whoever was next in line from the board of directors. That's how things normally work. That, unless someone stipulates that like that they want like their offspring to take over. It's not really passed down like royalty necessarily.
Oh my God, Garth's actually forced to take the mantle of the Mermaid Corporation.
Well, yeah, if that had been Garte's will, I suppose.
I mean, well, Garte did want Garth to do that in the episode. It was like season 2.5.
Yeah, I do remember that being mentioned. I guess as a reference to the fact that Garth was supposed to take over as Lord of Ocassis, which is what Zane wanted because Garth was the oldest. In MyStreet, it makes a little bit less sense on account of Zane is way better at this stuff than Garth ever was and way more interested. I know that Garth wasn't interested in diaries, but it's we're more removed from that idea of inheritance in the first place. Then again, Garte was definitely more of a this is a lichen problem. We are Mermaids. Let's get out of here somehow, even though we can't physically do that.
Yeah,
that's still a weird scene.
But also, Garth is still the golden child in this world as well, and not to mention, like, for example, with the whole the ordeal with the cabin, Garte explicitly asked Gareth to do it, and even though Ziana was like, bring Zane, and he's like, no, don't bring Zane, he'll destroy the place. So he clearly doesn't think very highly of Zane. So I highly doubt he would stipulate that Zane runs the company, because he clearly doesn't think highly enough to even help him to get Zane to help repair the cabin.
Yeah, I suppose. Honestly, more realistically, in terms of the Mermaid Corporation, it would just be whoever was, like next on the board. They would be far better.
Yeah.
Honestly, that might be like even a good like rival thing to emerge. As far as the Lycans go, Melissa was already geared up for that and was already like very heavily involved, so it makes more sense for them.
Yeah, although I still never really got the whole lore detail where it's like, no. Melissa said she would step down. Melissa said that she would be like the second in command, and Aaron would actually run the Lycan Corporation. I can understand why maybe, I don't know, what's his name? Derek maybe wanted that for whatever reason, but I don't know. I still don't.
Well, Rachel goes along with whatever with what he does, so I feel like they're very similar.
I don't think Aaron would be a very good CEO right now. Actually, I don't think Aaron would ever be a good CEO of that corporation. He doesn't know what's going on with it. I don't think he.
Well, see, from what we noticed, he was he was trained to at least like manage a few things. He would be, in my opinion, obviously in his right state of mind, he would be reasonable, not the best, but not the worst either. That being said, if you're wondering like why that was chosen, my theory, now knowing what we know about the Lycans themselves, it wasn't made clear beforehand. Obviously, Melissa was, very cagey about the whole thing, be like, I don't question it. It is father's wishes, and that is all. That kind of malarkey that you get. But now knowing of course that Dirk has been unable to keep an eye on Aaron for in any sort of way that he did before, giving him keeping him close by. Even to the point of handing over that position to him in the first place, might well have been his way of being like, yeah, let's keep this going in some way that means you can't actually leave if you're legally able to do so. That's why we're going from that for now, because otherwise it just does not make sense and really just does Melissa dirty.
Melissa deserves so much better. She puts in so much work. She is so business savvy, and she gets the short end of the stick. She deserves better.
Yeah, that's why I think it's the ultimate thing. To be honest, aside from that, there's really no reason at all.
Loading, unadulterated loading.
Yeah, I think the longer we pause, the longer it takes to.
Do we have to do this now? We are not leaving until this treasure is buried.
No offense, Captain, but why are you burying the treasure like a dog might bury a bone? Like, shouldn't we be using it or something?
We're pirates. Pirates bury treasure, of course.
Ugh, you idiot.
Pierce is back to his original,
Well,
one-word self.
he
Idiots know
was
nothing.
like this in the first episode when he appeared too.
The Marines
This version of
presence
Pierce is
incre-
actually more like Minor Demons Pierce instead of Server Pierce. I
Incredibly
hate Server Pierce. You know what's sad? Even in the alternates, which was on the main channel, Aphmau still had to revert Pierce mostly to Minor Demons Pierce because it works so much better in that world.
I mean, yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think she had like much of a choice. Like, you just had to give him like a bunch of lines, particularly. So I don't think that, his usual gimmick wouldn't have worked in the exact same way.
But like, it's closer to Minor Demon Pierce than Server Pierce.
Also, you're saying she had to reverse him. I don't know if she had to necessarily, but the fact that she did,
This version of Pierce is so superior to anything Server Pierce.
I feel like Server Pierce versus original Pierce is probably like the same idea behind Smooth Gareth versus Funny Gareth. Based on like how much Gareth's voice changed over time, even in like the same show, and that disparity, and how a lot of people like really want Smooth Gareth specifically. In fact, actually, one of the fan fiction readings specifies that please make Andy Reid as Smooth Gareth or something, or Gareth as Smooth Gareth for this, thank you. And they were just all like, oh, hello there. And then, wait, what? Where did you come from? What was that voice? It says in the script.
I will say Smooth Gareth sounds a lot more like what's his name? Caitlyn's ex-lover sort of thing.
Jeffrey.
So I know they're voiced by the same voice actor, but when he does Smooth Gareth, it sounds very similar to his voice for Jeffrey. I mean, I guess Jeffrey's a little more posh.
Jeffrey sounds more posh and more conversational, like that, like actual Andy on a toned down day, versus like Smooth Gareth that has a little bit more of like this tone to it, basically. Like that classic thing of like being smooth and swooning and whatever. I don't know what to call it. Slight gravel to it, but only just a little bit, just a tad.
Also, I just mentioned Ultras now, and I was thinking about something. I was like, I thought what's his name appeared in alternates, Ian. And I was like,
I've talked about him a couple of times about that he hasn't shown up yet.
I thought Ian appeared in alternates at some point during season 1, and it was like a quick character who kind of died relatively quickly then. And then I'm realizing going through, I'm like, wait a minute, Ian didn't appear in alternate season 1 or season 2. You're
probably thinking of Pierce.
Ian has not made an appearance in.
Why again are we talking about season 2? Why are we talking about Ian in general? Where'd that come from?
No, I was just thinking about it because from the alternates as a series, I'm surprised that Ian hasn't made an appearance in it since he's essentially main cast in Aphmau's main videos, and obviously it was a main channel thing at first. And I'm honestly surprised Ian didn't make an appearance at all. Because
maybe he's responsible for them. You never know.
Ian like Mishi would have been probably one of the more perfect antagonistic characters. For the alternates, like antagonistic protagonist. And you know what? In season 2, there's a certain character who isn't like any other versions of himself. But now I think about it, if you subbed Ian with this character, it would make a lot more sense. And if you got like the evil Ian voice from season 4, it would make a lot more sense for his character than the character they chose to kind of like alter their personality to fit this role of the story in season 2. That is very weird now that I think about it. Like, Ian didn't make an appearance before that, so you could have easily just made that Ian instead. Unless Christopher Escalante was busy at the time period. Maybe that's why? That could have been it.
Who's to say? They could be saving him as well.
I don't know. They may not even do that alternate season 3. Hopefully they don't do season 3, but I wouldn't be surprised if they do season 3. Frozen?
Yes, Frozen. It's even longer wait than normal because we went on more of a tangent. I would update those drivers, by the way, but you know, but updating drivers means that whatever is actually being updated closes and like shuts down over time. So I probably shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, no, hold on. It actually is advancing. The timeline is advancing, but it's just not. Okay, never mind.
Oh, you!
Asshole!
Oh, shit! Stain!
I hate that guy.
Now you have to find a new place to bury your treasure because he knows the location now.
Real effective.
Hmm.
You call that a throw?
Don't tell me that they've been Aphmau raid already from the first episode being like they're engaging in a competent battle, and now they're just now they've been stupefied.
Hey,
Great.
it's him! If we kill him like the poster says, we can quadruple our treasure.
Okay, honestly, fair that Leaf is the first one to jump to murder. Yeah, that tracks. That makes sense.
You like stabbing things.
Shit again. Aaron, let's try not to get in a fight.
We just got the ship repaired.
We can just keep moving.
I guess they both got their scholars telling them not to.
Without any trouble.
Good.
Idea. Wait, really?
Okay, the way that he said idea makes it sound like there was no like a recording of idea beforehand. I know that we play around with this in Fallen Angels and having like two pieces of dialogue that like work together. Because at some point, by the way, for anyone watching this, in Fallen Angels episode 4, I think there's a moment where there's like two conversations going on that are functionally the same thing. They were originally like back-to-back scenes, and I was like, this is like achieving the same point as each other. Let's combine them together and have the same dialogue a little bit. But yeah, doesn't quite work if you don't pull it off in the audio.
Which conversation was that? Which conversation?
I think it was it was one where they both like announcing they were going to they were going to the beach actually because in one case it was Alana convincing Adam to go, and another one was it was Zach talking to someone, and like you know they're going over like the ideas like what the beach was, like what opportunities they would actually have. Yeah, I had to look back on it basically, but yeah, it was that part and that plan.
Oh yeah, it was Zach paralleling Alana.
Yeah.
Oh, for a second I thought...
Hard cut to action.
Oh no.
Get over here!
He's been Denethor'd.
Why won't you die?
I like how they bothered fighting the crab. As far as they know, that's not... Okay.
Stubborn, I guess.
Well, they remember the crab cannon bit from last episode. Or not last episode, episode 1.
Yeah, last appearance, yes.
That was close.
Da, 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 da,
That's
da,
ominous.
Da,
That's...
da, da.
Aphmau actually looks ominous for a change. You know, she's probably just gonna be like, hey, friend.
Hi?
There we go. Yep, thought so.
Woman. The mermaid.
I love this music, by the way. It's such a vibe.
Yeah. Yeah, I like when it actually, like, you know, like, has a moment of quietness before, like, Pierce actually continues. Yeah. Oh, no, that's dumb. I actually did pause it by accident.
Surprise!
The woman, the mermaid. Jean was right. They do exist.
We just got
Sorry, Ivan.
one.
Ivan was
Where
right.
is it?
A few more there, Lumi. Thanks.
What the? You again?
Uh-oh. Lighting.
Ah. Here's a Minecraft mechanic right now. Good old TNT.
Say no.
Aaron, jump!
episodes have the best soundtrack. Sourcing good non-copyright is hard to do. I agree. And nowadays she's picking the same ones that I did.
Yeah. Oh well.
Which in turn were things that I picked because I thought she would pick them hypothetically if she knew about them, and I was right both times. All we need now is for Alive With You to be a thing in future, and be like, oh yeah, great.
But I feel alive with you.
Ha! We scared them away. I love the smell of fear.
They planted explosives in the...
Looks like the demos are blasting off again!
Paper.
And the poster survived. Of course it did.
Hey,
But did they, is the question.
I think they're
Whoa,
alive.
did you see that?
Listen, they're just a threat that just every time they defeat them, they just don't die and they just come back like 3 to 4 episodes later and be like, "We're back!" Mwah!
Yeah, it's like, how? Every time we're just like, what?
Aaron's really
Good
trying
job,
to
Luby.
prove up that no kill
Lumi to
streak.
help you?
Of course I did.
She could have been hurt.
I am a ghost.
How?
Zane.
Yeah, there you go.
She's
I
a member
guess-
of the crew,
I guess if
isn't
there's
she?
another
Well-
ghost that could hurt her, maybe another ghost could be able to be on the same plane as her, could hurt her. Maybe.
Maybe.
That maybe I don't know. I assume another ghost could touch another ghost.
I guess so, yeah, without the hypothetical concentration that we haven't,
Well, I feel like if a ghost were to concentrate,
Yeah,
trying to be corporeal for a minute to like touch something, it would then start facing through the ghost because then it's now it's corporeal temporarily.
Well, we know that she can phase a wooden board, so I mean, well, another item. So yeah, I guess that tracks. Just plugging in. Yeah.
What the?
Wow, is that Aaron's skin render?
A very realistic portrait.
Wow, someone drew you so goodly. My drawings are not this good.
Okay.
Goodly.
What does it say?
Wanted. Dead or alive. 10,000 silver, Aaron.
Well,
At that point, I would
look,
just use gold.
thankfully, the occult inflation isn't affecting this world.
Yeah. Oh my god. Or maybe it is. Maybe that is just that they have to charge at this point as a reward. Also, Lover of course he's wearing the same clothes as before.
Which, by the
Saber?
way, how did Aaron get back his clothes? Like, when he was like kidnapped by the psycho ghost human lady thing, when he was kidnapped by her, he changed clothes. But like, does he just have multiple of the same jacket, or like, how did he get back his clothes?
It would have been a nice, it would have been a nice detail if they had like the version with the old clothes and he was wearing the new clothes. You know, as somebody who recently employed a disguise in D&D in order to like make sure that I was not a target.
By the way,
I
speaking of disguises, are you actually going to give that version of Orchid other black outfits or like other outfits to accompany that disguise, or is she just going to stick with that one outfit for that one disguise?
She probably is going to stick with the one outfit on the grounds that changing to multiple outfits would be a very easy way to give away that it was still Orchid.
Okay, I was just wondering if you're gonna like switch up her design at all at any point, or is she just gonna keep her in the
I
same
mean, I switched up a design to give her purple eyes and make her blind, but you know.
Listen, you're the one who chose to be blind next episode. I gave you an out. I said it could take 5 minutes, but you were like, no, she's gonna be blind next episode. I'm like, okay, you can do that. I gave you an out, but no.
It's gonna be funny. I already have an idea of like how to like pull this off comedically.
What are you gonna have Roboto be your eyes, being like, okay, Roboto, am I walking into a door right now? It's like, yes. Turn left. No, my left, not your left.
Funny you should mention that. Roberto was involved in the plan. Yes.
Oh God.
Red sails painted with blood. What is the meaning of this?
Also, I'm
Well, I had to put it somewhere.
also, I'm going to say something here. So, Aaron Saber, that name has been brought up again. Name one other Aphmau series that has this much emphasis on Aaron's last name.
Well, MyStreet.
Any other serial?
This is on Aaron's last name particularly. Nope, none others spring to mind.
This is our third and fourth time emphasizing his last name. And MyStreet is relevant because he's part of Lycan family, Lycan Curse, Werewolf. Why is... I don't know, I'm just saying, I find it weird in this one show, this is like the fourth, fifth time we have explicit...
Wait, hold on, what are the other examples then? You said name other shows and other times. What are the other ones?
No, only MyStreet's been the only one to acknowledge his last name and mention it.
Oh, then why'd you ask me for more examples?
No, I'm saying that because it's relevant in MyStreet, his last name and his family lineage.
Yes.
But there's something about his last name in this show it's either contrasting because this is going to tie into some multiversal shenanigans, and he's going to get to interact with another Aaron, or it's going to be referenced how you're not my Aaron, or something. I feel like the last
It's
name...
literally in the title of this episode. I'm not surprised it came up again.
No, but I feel like his last name in this show is going to have a lot more relevance, especially based on the fact that the multiverse is involved and multiverse other Aarons. I don't know. I just have a feeling, I know based on the fact that his last name has been mentioned more than... Well, actually more than a single time, because other Aarons don't even have a single last name mentioned. Royal Tales Aaron hasn't had his last name. I don't think Diaries Aaron was ever given a last name, actually.
That's why no other example sprung to mind, because I was like, yeah, what are you talking about?
Yeah, but like, this is weird how this is the only other Aaron in the whole Aphmau multiverse. The Saba established last name and be brought up more than once. Because speaking of things that are brought up more than once, we've made this point in other videos.
Yeah, and I know that sometimes we like bring up like things like normally when I repeat something that has already been said in another video, I tend to like try to pass off in like one sentence or something rather than just okay, let's like again draw attention to the thing that we've already drawn attention to, bring up the fact that's been brought up before by bringing it up again.
Okay, listen.
We get it. We get it. It's in the title. It's on the poster. We understand it's important. Everyone's on the same page here.
I know. I just like to reinforce it. So when something inevitably comes up with his last name, or this ties into some multiversal shenanigans, or something was funky up with his last name lore-wise, I can be like, see, I have been suspicious from day one. From day one it was mentioned, I was suspicious.
We have video evidence of being suspicious from day one. You don't need to. You don't need to make the point again. People can go back and check if they really want to fact check you.
I listen. I also want to get all the Aphmau fans thinking. I want to get their brains thinking.
I feel like they already have been at this point. If they weren't thinking already, why would they not be? The title of the video. I know that for some reason one of the people watching this here asked us the question of what we were watching, even though it was very obvious from the title of this episode. But the original title of the video, like they could have easily gone Aaron, the most wanted man, or Aaron is wanted, or something like that, or wanted poster. Any of those titles would have worked. But no, they chose specifically Aaron Saber. They themselves are drawing attention to it. People are already thinking about it, and if they're not, they should be.
I have no idea. We haven't done anything to warrant a bounty.
Well, no, actually, you're the only one with the bounty, actually. You're the one with the bounty.
Okay, but he's saying we in general, including himself, that they haven't warranted a bounty, so yeah, like, what have any of them done, including him?
Only serious criminals go this high.
Aaron, did something happen?
No,
well, you've been with
fine.
him the whole time.
We can still go to Azure Bay, but...
I'm gonna have to change out of my clothes that I already changed out of. Oh, well, okay, fair enough. Hey, we'll see if we can get the Soul Echo to give you a disguise.
Oh, don't tell me I have to use those sails again.
Actually, that could maybe work.
Yeah, probably.
His sails.
If anything, no, just turn Zane human and turn Aaron into a crab. There you go. Problem solved.
Wait. Captain Garth's old sails?
Hey,
Please, no!
Captain Garth reference. Okay, this show doesn't reference much of Mermaid Tale Season 1 besides vague stuff. I mean, I guess like a few episodes ago, we had like a young version of Tiani and Caitlin and what's Travis's dad?
We have Travis's dad.
No, Caitlin's dad.
Eric.
We had Eric had a small flashback cameo, but there's been like some small mentions of them. But hey, I like season 1 mentions of these characters in the universe because this show feels very disconnected from season 1, which I actually don't mind because I'm really enjoying this show. But like this show does feel semi disconnected to the point where it's like I feel like you could probably jump into this without watching season 1 and understand it. It's fine enough.
I have pointed out actually in Walking Wednesday today, like part of the thing that I mentioned was that was the idea that the Aphmau that makes like these kinds of videos and the ones that remembers like all of the old lore and enjoys that stuff and still indulges in it is still there dormant and every now and then reemerges. So, more of them, I too enjoy these examples because the more often they happen, they actually they reinforce that belief.
I need more of that Aphmau.
I don't know if we need more like in the form of like references here. I feel like they probably do that.
I just mean I need more of that Aphmau to exist publicly instead of in small bursts.
Given how many releases we've had recently, yeah, that's definitely happening. I still gotta watch the Royal Guard boyfriend episode at some point. That's on my list for next week.
Yeah, there are some references to OG Diaries, although it is not canon to Diaries. It's weird AU shenanigans.
I didn't say if it was or not.
I know. I'm preemptively saying that. Granted, BB didn't say anything, but I kind of worry BB wants to think.
BB's the one who normally jumps to conclusions like that. Yeah, honestly, if I see something that and within like the first couple minutes it doesn't make sense logically speaking, then I'll be like, yeah, no, this doesn't. I'm not gonna connect this.
Kim and Pierce make a cameo in there, and they don't exist in Diaries, to our knowledge.
Well, there we go. I mean, honestly, if Diaries were to return, I imagine they would be included in some form, because, even Blaze was back in the day, but yeah. But for the time being, no.
I like sleeping on them.
Desperate times.
Well, you can sleep on the red ones, soaked with blood.
Yeah.
It's not soaked with blood, but that's what they say.
Azure Bay. It's such a beautiful...
No, see, Garth is actually able to, dispatch of his enemies. And you have to clean them up somehow.
Town. If it's...
I like how it does, like, the ship parks normally. Just like I don't think that's normally how that works. There's a reason you have anchors and ropes to tie it down.
As I remember it, it's one of the most beautiful in Abyssia. It's a part of 3 major cities on the Tri-Island, but none can agree on the island's proper name.
It's the island of multiple names. I've also dabbled in such a concept.
3 cities on the island itself are in an alliance, but constant disagreement. Azure Bay, Scarlet Hold, and Emerald Reach.
Oh god, not
Long
Emerald.
ago, there was the kingdom of Hareror before it became just simply Hareror.
God, every time Aphmau references emeralds, I'm like, oh god, PTSD!
Yes.
Gets flashback.
Also, this narration better end soon. This feels incredibly unnatural for this series. I know that I complain about the exposition in season 1 a lot, but at least then it's done through dialogue, through like actual character interactions. Who is this person talking to? Us?
None as Azure Bay.
I think this is Lumi. I'm pretty sure she's talking to Zane. crab.
Remember my mom leaving me.
Mostly
and my
because Zane
sister-
Crab's literally the only one she'd communicate with
Yeah.
verbally.
Yeah, what a fantastic natural sounding conversation that happens to give off the lore of everything in a succinct fashion, like the opening of a
fish
book.
there while she did. Well, God knows what during our trips. The town
Oh, your
felt
mother was
safely
doing cult
guarded.
stuff. All the for 100%. She was doing like cult stuff.
Mm-hmm.
She was probably like sacrificing goats and stuff.
Oh, Mrs. Jones, would you like some Satan cakes? Oh, thanks. Mrs. Jones, praise Lucifer. That's a Prosy D sketch, by the way. That's I think it's one of his old vines. Just the sweet old lady who happens to also be a Satanist. Anyway.
Pause.
Yes.
This is the pause song. Pause.
Speaking of Satan, my computer's possessed.
This is the pause song. Loading. Unadulterated loading for the video. Yeah.
See, imagine if this series was a musical. This scene could definitely be, something of some like reminiscence of Loomies of some kind.
Oh my god. Aphmau, listen to me. Make a musical. Okay? Make a musical. I know Keston sings. I know Lizzie sings. I know you sung before. Listen. You got
First
this.
video I ever saw Aphmau was a song competition, so yeah.
Do it. You should do a musical, Aphmau. Or a musical
We should do a musical.
show.
We should do a Minecraft musical.
We do. The other
Well,
day,
we were working on one. We had one in the
I kind of
we have an episode of such. Yeah.
I was thinking about converting Family Farm into a musical, but I'm like, no, I kind of want to keep it the way it is. I don't know.
I mean, it's already similar enough to Little Shop of Horrors. You're gonna get a lot of accusations if you
Pirates
turn
were
that
welcome,
specific series.
Only if their ship was searched.
We love the Navy in this show. You know, Navy that kicked the child.
That was many years ago for me. For our sake.
That was more than many years ago. That was like
Let's
at
hope-
least like over 10 years ago for you.
Also, when you say that was many years ago for you, what do you mean for you? Is many years ago in general? That's how time
It's
works.
changed.
Also, that is good commitment to, I guess make an entire set and then change it for when a person returns. Again, that could have been like a conversation where it was like, yes, well, you see, it's part of this like this alliance with these other two kingdoms. I remember that I spent a lot of time there, like while my mother was doing Lord knows what and whatever. I wonder if it was many of those long time ago. I wonder if it's changed that much. Like, some key details. It's like, yes, the good old downtown streets. The social hub of the century. It's all on fire or something like that. That kind of thing. That's how you would do that. And then over time mention the other alliances if they're relevant or something. Rather than just be like, yes, this was ruled by King from the Papal dynasty, and from his line came forth, all of the three triplets that ended up, splitting up the kingdoms or something, and then I don't know. And people have been disputing like the different like territory films or something. I don't know, something like that. They have the Berlin Wall ×2. People have to visit their grandparents by jumping over it.
What? Oh God.
That was like an actual story about the Berlin Wall that I read a while ago. There's someone's like grandparents lived in like East Germany and they lived in West Germany, but they had to like try to like get over, and there's a whole thing. So yeah, I can imagine if a kingdom were to be split like that, then they would be like even worse to deal with like border control, and people wouldn't be happy about it. Honestly, I just kind of talked myself into like a decent like world building setup idea, but it was meant to be like completely random, and now I'm like, oh yeah, I guess that could be something done. as long as it's like introduced organically, or at the start of a series, if that. Don't suddenly give us narration of this in the middle point. I can't even click the button now.
Ah, you're muted. Ha. Jacob muted. Can I be heard? This isn't good.
Oh no, I can hear you.
Oh, you hear me? Hi.
Yeah, I can't see either of us at the moment. I think the video is just on full screen. Yeah. I don't know how I did that.
It's Lumi.
I thought you said this place allowed pirates.
Oh, there we go.
Then things must have changed. I don't remember this many Native Marines being on this island.
Just give them a piece of gold, and they'll let you burn down a village.
Didn't you say that? Didn't you say that the pirates like had their ships searched? That implies there was some sort of law enforcement here beforehand, probably the Marines. So, shouldn't be that distracting.
Jacob. Back in the day, the Smooths ate all the law enforcement.
Well, that would in that case there wouldn't be more of them now. That's the direct opposite.
Yeah.
By the way, people are wondering. He's referencing this Missions of a Cult episode.
Yeah, I'm not the one who suggested murdering every authority figure in the town, so now Cat Scratch Alley's in an awful place again. But that's not on me this time. That's not on me. That wasn't my idea. I was just planning on having Ruby ending up brainwashing the mayor into thinking she's his wife and he loves her. And turning the mayor's wife, aka Fred's mom, into the Smooths, aka the Harvester. That was the original plan for the session.
I can see why that was scrapped as soon as I mentioned how Fred knew the old mayor. So yeah, that would have been awkward otherwise.
Yeah, but
that's why when you're going to add to one of my character's backstories, please let me know, or I'll go off script and ruin it by accident.
Well, I did tell you. I told you more than I normally would have.
You didn't mention the mayor part.
Well, yeah, because spoilers. I couldn't tell you that your mother was turned into a monster. Meanwhile, your unknown stepdad was being brainwashed by an evil witch.
That part I understand. Aside from the unknown stepdad, being the mayor. Okay, yeah.
I couldn't really tell you much. Okay, it would have ruined the surprise to the plot.
Mm-hmm.
But that plot didn't end up happening, so that plot's not canon. Although we still don't have.
Well, I mean, for the record, even if you didn't tell us more things that are going to happen, we have an audience. They're the ones that can be surprised,
Yeah, but canonically, we don't know how she became the weird flesh monster. So maybe in a later episode, I'll just arbitrarily offhand and mention that a weird sorceress has been going around messing with people or something.
Or she happens to be the one and only guard that is left in the city.
I don't know. Maybe I'll do that.
She's been promoted to chief of police by virtue of no one else being there.
Listen, I'll find one way. I'll find a way to potentially work it into Mysteries of Occulta, purely because I do kind of want an explanation of how a giant flesh monster became rampaging in the middle of town, and the person who got turned to a flesh monster has no idea how it happened. I kind of would like a explanation in universe of how that all canonically happened.
Yeah, I do suppose that would be the next thing that the guild itself would investigate. Whether or not it's us doing the investigating is another matter, but they would probably want to look into it so it doesn't happen again. So yeah.
Yeah.
Now they know what was causing the incident.
I just need Ruby to be more of a character because Ruby had one episode appearance, and I haven't had a chance to get Ruby to do actually antagonistic things to you guys yet.
Yeah, it would have been very fitting, by the way. Again, like I said before, because this is season 2, episode 10. She also be season 1, episode 10. That would have been fantastic. But then you handed off the session to other people.
Hey, Ben really wanted to do it, and You know what? I was okay with that because I didn't want to force anyone to run the session. That's why I was gonna play a character and run the
You
session.
weren't force anyone to run the session. It was your session. No,
Well,
you wouldn't have been able in the position to force anyone.
I didn't want to ask anyone because I kind of feel bad. Like, even that one time I asked Error to take the session, I kind of felt bad because I don't want to spring stuff on people. I like it.
So you're saying you were planning to have someone else run it?
I was open to it, but I wasn't gonna ask anyone because I would feel bad asking someone. I don't like to go on my way. I did that one time to Error, but I don't know. I don't really like going on my way to do that for people because I'm like, people have busy lives. I don't want to like get them to plan something because they do a lot more planning than I do. And
except for that time they did it to me actually, but then didn't have been able to go through.
I just want you to DM a session. That is one of my things that I personally have been looking forward to seeing your DM style because I don't know what your DM style would be. You haven't DM'd anything.
I have. I DM'd on this channel at one point.
Oh, okay. You haven't DM'd anything since then. I want to see what you actually would do with like the Mysteries of Culture World or something. If you had a chance.
I mean, I did have that. I did have that one idea for the Forest of Five Names, but can't really go back there at the moment. So we'll see. Although that. Well, see, the next time we do go back, there's someone else's plan on top of that. The problem is, like, everyone else has, like, so many different things that are already, like, in motion that, I don't want to jump in at this point and be like, oh, yes, I'm going to do this, now for something completely different. So maybe, like, next season when, like, all this stuff is wrapped up, then maybe, but I don't know.
I find it so interesting, though, because I think the only person who actually knows everything that's in motion right now is actually Vin. Because we have all pretty much talked to it about Vin, but like Ghosty doesn't know some of the stuff I have in motion. Like Ghosty has no idea what's going on with the Red Mist.
Yeah, it's also very difficult because since you all intentionally withhold a lot of stuff from me specifically, well, BB also, but like mostly me. It's very difficult for me to be like, oh yes, I'll pitch this idea. Hopefully, it doesn't conflict with a bunch of other stuff. That's why I also have just been not contributing on like the behind the scenes in that way.
I will say the world is very flexible. I mean, most things don't break the world. So I will say if you want to suggest something, all you have to do is run it by me, and it should be fun because because this world I have written to be very flexible. It's a very flexible magical world that can pretty much fit any idea, can pretty much work within this universe canonically. It's just, obviously you can't have you can't have conflicting ideas. Like you can't have another god of like jokes or pranks or something. Like have two gods of pranks. But like most things in this.
You've all been withholding what gods there are in general anyway. So it's not like I even know like all the gods that even exist to to conflict. Personally, I wouldn't actually do a session with gods because I feel like we jump to those way too quickly, and the stakes feel way too high a lot of the time as a result of that. But yeah, like honestly, at this point, it just kind of feels like there's too many hands already in the pot. Why would I intentionally put in my own? Considering that people have been intentionally keeping me away from it. Doesn't feel like very inviting, to be honest.
Fair enough. If you ever do want to suggest anything or run a session, I'm cool with that. So I'll leave that up to you, though. That will be purely up to you.
Yeah. First and foremost, at this, I'll do more with the band thing you suggested because I know that one you need like things from me anyway. So
yeah,
that can be our thing to plan.
That session I definitely want to work more in concept. Granted, it's a higher quality thing because we actually got to produce at least a song or two for that.
Mm-hmm.
But I really do want to do that concept in particular because that concept is such a fun concept for me to do.
Yeah. And also, relevant based on, the connections they have. But enough said about that because the audience don't get to know this stuff.
Everything. All right, we don't need to stay here long. We just need to grab provisions that'll last us until the next port. Where are you going? I'll be fine. Those posters take forever to circulate. I'll be in and out quick.
Really? What about those?
What are those?
Mm-hmm. Again, who is printing all these posters that close to each other? Spread them out. Get some more like for your actual money that they have to make these things. Do they even have the printing press in this world? They need to sketch all of these and copy them by hand. Potentially. This is a bad strategy.
I mean, maybe, but like, okay, I do know what they're accusing him of, and to be fair, I could kind of see the desperation to bring him to justice if
Damn it.
reasons.
You go out there and you're dead.
Captain, it's
You're
fine.
supposed
I
to
can
be
go.
dead.
Hmm.
You really shouldn't be using that thing.
But I get legs.
It doesn't hurt. Plus, it gives me a chance to get some more food to cook.
Hmm? They need more food to eat in general, so even outside the cooking aspect, yeah.
Okay, so, okay, one thing here. This outfit, adorable. I love this outfit. Granted, I kind of wish the bandana and skirt were purple, but, you know...
She looks as Mifwa ears.
She's wearing like a bandana thing on her head.
Yeah. No, say the bandana looks like Mifwa ears, not like I actually think that's the case.
I will say there is a missed opportunity here. So, we are pulling from the multiverse, right? You know, Aphmau has wore a pirate outfit before. She had like a Pirate Cove series like years ago.
That's true, yeah.
When I first saw this clip, I was like, I decided to cross-reference the outfits to see if there's any, like, no, they're different outfits. I will say, I think it's a missed opportunity because I think it would have been cool if Aphmau brought back that version of the outfit and had Aphmau turn into that outfit. That would be such a deep cut and like a fun reference.
That was Minecraft Isles that you're thinking of, right?
Yeah. Like
yes,
she has wore a pirate outfit before, so it would have been a nice reference. Like, hey, remember this outfit from this show? But this is a very cute outfit. Loading. Unadulterated loading.
That's not what I meant.
Aaron agrees.
No idea where that thing came from or what the side effects of it are.
Jealous I have legs, and I can use those legs to walk outside and see all your drawings.
Those
These legs were made for walking.
Concerned.
And that's
those drawings are trying to convince people to murder me or kidnap me. I don't like those drawings.
Yeah, the whole dead or alive thing is definitely a mood killer for sure.
Of you.
Attention aboard the vessel.
I thought I had a mega horn for some reason.
Inspection protocol begins now.
Oh, see, they do still have the ships being searched. Again, I'd not seen the vast difference that Lumi is talking about, considering this is literally what she narrated as well.
Report immediately.
Shit.
Don't worry, I can handle this.
Captain Aphmau, at your service.
Just be careful, alright? Don't talk to anyone you don't need to.
Look at me.
I'm the captain now.
I'm the captain now.
Hey. By the way, that necklace she's wearing is 100% going to be merch. That necklace she has now is 100% going to be merch from the show.
Didn't we already theorize that in a previous episode? I think we did.
But they're bringing back the necklace. So yeah, that necklace is 100% merch.
Even if they hadn't, even if they hadn't brought it back, they still could have made it.
Yeah, I know. I'll keep an eye on her.
Okay, yeah, but it's good from a merchandising standpoint of any show. It's good to have constant reminders of said merch throughout the show, rather than just getting a single reminder. Because then that way it really motivates people to get the merch.
You never know. I got a Zane hoodie from 3 seasons prior.
It's also in this port. Just make
Well,
sure
to be fair, that Zane hoodie was in 2 seasons.
Need to come back.
Like 2 whole seasons, he wore that outfit for. Not to mention, he
Me?
also wears all that outfit in the server videos. So, you know, that outfit is
Hmm.
pretty standard for Zane at this point.
Oh, I love that. I love that camera swoop there. You know, going from go for the same shot, but now to reveal through moving past Aaron that Lumi's there. That's nice.
It's best you stay here until night. I know you were looking forward to Azure Bay, but
No.
Ah, yes, it's best that you, the one imperceptible individual that could easily blend in this place that wants our captain dead or alive, you better hang back, obviously. You of all people are in danger right now.
No, there's a reason.
It has many reflecting windows. The sun would get me in some way. I prefer to see it.
Oh yes, of course, because unlike the rest of the air, reflective windows are the only way that sun rays travel.
Yeah.
Who paid the science budget for this episode?
At night, anyway.
wait, how can
Yeah,
I talk to
so
Lumi, Zane?
that's why Lumi isn't joining him, and also Lumi can't wear her hat anyways, even if she wanted to, because everyone would see a floating piece of wood walking down the street. I think they would question a floating piece of wood.
Well, I don't know. Apparently, she can phase those items and disappear herself, so I don't see that being an issue.
Well, she can't. Also, I'm pretty sure she can't phase infinitely. I think she has.
And also, if the problem was the people and the flow and if the people seeing that in the first place, that would have been brought up before the reflective windows thing, because they make it sound that's unique to this area when it really shouldn't be.
Wow, you haven't talked to her.
Well, yeah, I can't talk to her.
Well, see, this is why I knew they talked about making her the lookout or manning the helm. It's a conversation that should have come up before, but there you go.
I guess this would be the perfect time to
Also,
get
hello,
to know your
Amy.
new crewmate. I'll be watching the dumb one. Good luck.
I mean, she is pretty dumb.
Hi.
Yep, see, and this is why I want Orca to be blind for an episode, because it'd be really funny to do this kind of thing.
God, she's gonna be so mad at Doc. It's not his fault. Well, actually,
It absolutely is. He failed to disclose that. That's the kind of thing that can. There's a reason that you're required to list all the possible side effects, even though only one side effect has ever emerged. If it emerged like one time with medicine, that's meant to be part of it. And if you're just getting like a pill handed to you, the doctor's responsibility is to say that it is 100% his fault.
No, it was Ghosty choosing blindness, and then you chose blindness.
Well, no, the side effects specifically, but he didn't disclose that there could be side effects.
Well, he got her eyes color changed. Listen, Doc.
Yes, that was such a concern. She definitely couldn't have just like put on glasses or something.
No. Well, wait. Can we add that as a bonus to her character design? Can she get like fake glasses too?
She can't see in general. There's no point to them. There's no vision to correct.
No. I'm thinking from an aesthetic point of view, though. Let's put her in glasses too. Also, remember she's going by Thorn now. Because I totally didn't steal that from Scooby-Doo at all.
No, you were definitely not incredibly obvious by doing that.
Yes, definitely. Well, she looks like Thorn. She has black clothes and like black hair with red highlights. That's Thorn's color palette.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that up is actually based on a Preset and Gutch life too, because I ran out of time. So yeah, if that's maybe that's where they got the inspiration from. I don't know. I know that Thorn is quite popular, so, yeah.
Crew of the docked vessel, stand by and present yourselves.
She's really trying to, okay.
What the hell are you doing?
The girls on Hangman's Rest said if I wanted something from a man, I should strut my stuff.
Do you even know what they meant?
No?
My luscious hair, obviously.
Did I do it right?
No.
Ma'am, did you drink too much?
She came close.
Hi. I did drink a lot of soup.
That's it. I'm staying in your hair. Repeat after me.
You eat
Okay.
soup, but close enough.
Okay, this is also a good season 1 callback. Because they did this, pretty soon after meeting each other.
I fancy to see a fellow human being here. Nice legs.
Okay, never mind. I was going to, you know what? Okay. Levi drink for the idea and the callback of the idea, not for the execution of it. Because come on, Zane, that was weak even for you. There we go. Now we wait. It was so weak it froze the screen again.
I mean, hey, good thing she has to be on Dan too. That will help hide Zane.
That is true. Maybe that was why out of universe that was done, because otherwise she was basically just flowing her hair while it was tied down. Not quite how that works. Not quite how you strut your stuff if your stuff is stuffed.
Well, I know how to strut my stuff definitely. God, I would fail.
Well, I mean, you at one point went full YouTuber and dyed your hair, so you could absolutely do that.
Yeah.
By Azure law, it is mandatory I inspect your ship. Resist and arrest is inevitable.
Okay, he could definitely have conducted that to be I'm legally required to invest your ship. This won't take a long time. There's a lot of cases where someone's required by law to do something or whatever, and then they don't normally both I am required by law. Do not. Resistance is futile.
Listen,
I just matching my own hands if you misbehave and blah blah blah.
He takes his job very seriously as a guardsman.
I feel like he probably enjoys it a little bit too much if this is this feels like what Zane in other realities could have become at one point, where he wanted power over someone and that was his motivation, especially for the neighborhood watch thing. And the security guard is in the mall. Yeah, both those times was about power.
I don't think what's sad about season 1 though, Zane didn't really get to do much as head of the neighborhood watch. You didn't even have an episode where he schemed to get his brother or anyone out of the neighborhood or fined or anything. He didn't even try scheming as the head of the neighborhood watch.
Well, he wasn't really the schemer for more than a third of the season. And also there were quite things that he did as the head of neighborhood watch, or at least that, in that position. He sponsored the neighborhood play and he judged the Christmas competition. Those, off the top of my head, those two things happened.
I don't know. I feel like that plot point in season 1 wasn't. I don't know. I feel like that could have been used a little bit more and maybe in more interesting ways.
I assume you're referring to the Christmas decoration, not the neighborhood play, because that was obviously a 3-parter.
Yeah. Even then, I don't know. It just really wasn't brought up much, it's just one of those forgettable parts about season 1 Zane that you think that you kind of forget about in hindsight. It's oh yeah, he was technically part of the neighborhood watch and head of it. What happened to that? That barely got brought up. It got brought up twice, maybe 3 times total in the whole season.
Which honestly, for 35 episodes, is not that bad, considering everything else that happens and all the other people who are involved. But maybe a little bit more, possibly.
Yeah, it could at least been brought up 6 times total in the whole season. That would have been.
If you count all 3 neighborhood play arcs, they would be 5. But yeah, close enough.
I mean, it wasn't really brought up in every episode of neighborhood play. I think it was brought up.
No, but it was something that was relevant to something that he was discussing.
Oh,
or taking
means.
part in.
I have nothing to hide.
Take this and check in at the marine station in town. I will conduct your inspection now.
Yes, Captain. I mean, I'm the captain.
Uh-huh.
Please say what I say.
No. I'll go there now. Thank you.
This is like if Remy could talk to Linguini in Ratatouille.
No, Aaron.
Keep walking. If we go back, we will look suspicious.
Yeah.
We just have to trust Aaron will be fine.
And Lumi, I guess. Ghost pranks.
I mean, Ghost she should be fine as long as she's not touching anything when he's around.
No, I mean she can conduct ghost pranks and get him off the scent. And she could probably also phase him through the ground so he can escape himself, but I guess she didn't think of that. There's whistling again. Okay, see, now she's like leaning forwards and floating a bit, which again makes the jumping for joy parts much more egregious now.
Oh, those aren't ass footsteps. They're much heavier.
I mean, Aphmau doesn't normally have footsteps, technically speaking. She has like little little sounds.
Yeah. No, she has worm sounds. Or scraping of splinters.
She's a worm person. I'm going to scare everyone who knows about the worm people in Occulta.
Honestly, after the pile, I feel like the worms are, I did ask if people found them more terrifying or less, but there you go.
I don't know, the pile was more scary. A little piece of like slimy goo was actively trying to consume Mer's arm and shoulder. That was kind of scary for Mer because she actively couldn't kill it. She tried shooting a fireball at it. It didn't work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everything she tried just got worse, which, yeah.
She's like, oh, it didn't work once? I'll do it again. Oh god, it's worse now. Never mind.
Yeah, which is definitely a surefire way to have Orchid take part, voluntarily take part in the attempted killing of something. Say it's for the greater good.
Well, to be fair, it was also not very humanoid. Obviously, there was a human in it, but we didn't know that at the time.
I mean, some people might argue it's more humanoid than the average human.
I mean, technically speaking, it was like.
Well, I mean, or I guess felinoid because of the target that it had. Yeah. But yeah. Actually, I just imagine it with like ears and a tail as well on top of everything. There we go, finally.
Surprised she's alone on this ship.
Why didn't she do that before?
Uncommon for a ship to have only one member, let alone a woman traveling the seas alone.
There's a reason. Mm-hmm. Hey, is that sexism? Is that a sexism?
Oh my goodness. I remember
that. She's ill-prepared. She won't make it long enough.
Yeah. There's no fish in here. What are you doing for food supplies? Oh, wait, no, never mind. It's a bowl of fruit. She's prepared for scurvy. Okay. At least it's got that. Also, who is he talking to right now?
Himself. He's crazy.
I guess. It's straight, like, outside of the first-person perspective, like in the versions of these videos, outside of that, the talking to yourself seems very strange. It is like that kind of that time in like the remake of episode 1 where Aphmau was just like, wow, this place even got like a kitchen and the living room and bedroom. Caitlin, what are you doing here?
I honestly, Aphmau, it would be super easy if you wanted to remake all MyStreet Season 1. You know why? You have the scripts 90% done. You just have to
feel like,
edit
yeah.
a little bit. If she were to just remake My Season 1 on this channel, it would be actually probably decently easy, especially if she's like over half the skins made anyways from the remake she did a year.
Yeah, better make sure that or even from the anniversary.
Also, there's also the sets as well she has made from there. She has pretty much everything made. I mean, yeah, she has to remake maybe like the theater set and like decorate for Christmas, but she has the base sets made too and decorated for the most part.
I mean, I suppose the only thing to do is to well, I mean, there's nothing to be to do is like to fix all the plot holes, like the one that she created in the remake where Zane appears before he was supposed to. So that's gonna have to be addressed. Personally, I think they should replace that with Castor going door to door, with some sort of like chicken sales tactic of some kind. I think it did that with like the feathers before, so it makes sense to establish him earlier, and that way you can just go into like the bit of like, was that the artist that Kawaii-chan commissioned for more fan art for a shipping shrine, and then go from there.
You also have a bit where he talks to Garth, and that's maybe where Garth got some of his feathers that he uses later in that season to help Kimber out, being like, and you puff out your feathers. You could also have
I don't know. I feel like the feathers thing works as like a spontaneous thing, because the joke of that is, how much of a jump it is to see the feathers out of nowhere, because he's going by like bird macing rituals rather than human ones. You know, if you set that one up to in any other way, it doesn't work, because the punch it is by itself the punchline and the surprise.
I mean, maybe, but I mean, I honestly, the joke there really was just the absurdity that Garth is going with compared to like the calm, level-headed advice that Aphmau was giving Emmeline at the time. That's the more of the joke of the scene.
Well, it's not just that, because like he starts off by giving good advice, good advice at first, because like the other with confidence and everything. Then there's one moment where it's like, oh yeah, but the balance of the conversation. You focus on her first setup. Second one is, oh, don't worry about what you look like. You look really pretty. What's wrong with your hair? Second one. Then another bit of like, just being yourself. Pop out your face, do a little dance. Rule of threes. That's how the joke was like laid out. When you first watched that, do you remember like thinking about like, what the heck is going on here? Or he's like, so that's what you got the feathers for. That's just less satisfying when you go that direction.
I don't know. I mean, I think it'd be decently set up, and also you could also do a small Easter egg to season 2, anyways, because it'd be like even got special exploding feathers. You could do a small setup for season 2. That could be a funny reference.
Why would he mention those, or even like give them as a suggestion to Kenra in that moment?
Not Kenra, the chicken salesman. This hypothetical scene to Garth.
Oh, okay.
As like absurd concept being like, we also have exploding feathers, and Garth's like, ooh, do tell, or something, And that's
I don't know.
Scene. I don't know. That could be fun. Although
I don't know, because like the remake itself, like I remember that like that kind of thing works like sometimes where like Caitlin was like, I didn't know you were in a play. I played for Crispy with drawings for boyfriends. Good luck getting a lead role, because she mentioned a play in the original episode, but they hadn't thought that out. So there, it kind of like feels a bit more natural. But I don't know, like just going like to approach Garth out of nowhere to set up like a thing that was already intended as a surprise and escalation later. It ruins like what the original premise was if you do it that way.
I don't necessarily think so, but all right. But I'm just saying a season 1 remake on this channel would actually be at least easy from a scripting perspective, and maybe even a machinima perspective, because unlike Mermaid Tales, you don't actually have to have like action and movement in the way you do in this show. Like, there's no like fight scenes or anything in MyStreet season 1.
Unless you count Caitlin.
I mean, yeah, but even then, that's at most like a shot or two versus comparing like this show where you actually have like full on minute or 2 a minute and a half fight.
I guess the real concern would be like all of the pop culture references.
I mean,
because what do you do in that situation? Update them to something else, or keep them the same for nostalgia?
I would probably keep them the same. Or, in my opinion, you could also make them generic, like shift them over to generic reference. Not generic, like keep the reference on point. Like, say you're referencing Steven Universe and call it, I don't know, crap. What's another name for Steven? Stefan Galaxy or something. Like oh my god, this reminds me of Stefan Galaxy or something. You could like do like an off-brand version of it, which in my opinion, when it comes to series, I prefer off-brand versions of series and stuff when you reference it, unless
Yeah, personally, so do I. I'm not so concerned with like the aging of the series, because like part of MyStreet's charm for me is like how of the time it seems to have like a One Direction poster be a central point, which I'm sure if they did in modern day it would be the Sacha Boys, but again you can update certain concepts and it makes sense, but yeah.
I mean, as long as like the reference works, like you have like anime like in-universe stuff for Kawaii-chan, you could have a in-universe boy band for Caitlin. I mean, it still would all somewhat work.
Yeah. The only thing that you'd be missing there is the time that they like Garth and Lawrence pranked Caitlin by like putting like Zane's image on the poster, and I'm pretty sure that was that they put Zane over Zane from One Direction. Like that was the point.
Okay,
yeah. Things like that wouldn't fit anymore.
That specifically wouldn't work, but you could have just them put Zane over the poster because Caitlin hates Zane during season 1 especially. So it would still work.
Put him over the ab guy from from such a boys. That would just drive the point. I wonder who Aphmau's new senpai poster would be.
I mean, wasn't her original senpai poster like a cigarette ad or whatever, like him staring at cigarettes?
Yes, but I believe they they edited the poster to take out the cigarettes in the remix. They knew about that anyway. I'm more so saying because Attack on Titan is not airing anymore, would they change that, or would they keep it the same because Aphmau's appreciation for Levi was genuine?
I feel like she would keep at least that the same, and maybe going forward they would change things, but like the One Direction thing that hasn't happened yet. But that would just be my guess. But honestly, season 1 remake would be pretty sweet. I don't know. I mean, it'd be kind of fun just to get a casual season 1 remake airing on this channel. You have the scripts done.
It would be somewhat ironic considering that the theme song for season 8 is "Wouldn't Change a Thing."
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, like wait a minute.
Although I will say, if Aphmau were to continue any remake, I want the Diaries remake continued. I don't know.
That is a better option, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, although that wouldn't be as easy a remake because MyStreet, or at least episode 1's remake, was pretty much 1-to-1 with MyStreet, give or take a few changes. Some events moved up earlier, like the Zane interaction and stuff. Obviously, there were some minor changes there, and like some stuff moved up closer to make it more together. But it was very similar to the original episode 1 compared to Diaries Rebirth, which is like essentially like a complete remake of Diaries. Like essentially, like there are occasional
they've changed the order of
different.
certain things. They kept characters alive for longer than they originally were in certain cases.
They had certain characters interacted that never interacted in original Diaries. Like I don't think Dante and Aphmau ever interacted.
At some aspects have been removed entirely, like Thorgy. We want Thorgy.
So like I would like that to continue, but at the same time, that is objectively a harder remake to do because you have a lot more writing stuff in there that Aphmau's doing compared to a MyStreet potential remake where you have like 80 to 90% of the script pre-done, but you just gotta touch it up with some extra dialogue.
Yeah,
fix some stuff there, like fix some plot holes, and then you're pretty much good to go.
Yeah.
Like, no, it's like one of those things where it's like, I would describe the MyStreet remake is closer to a remaster than a remake, and the Diaries remake is closer to
I call it reimagining. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like...
I think that's the usual term they use as reimagining.
Yeah, but
get away with more
Diaries remake would be awesome, though, to have back, because, I don't know, it was really interesting what they were going with so far, and honestly, I want to be able to like Diaries Aaron, okay? I have beef. I don't like Diaries Aaron at all, really. And I'm so sad because I don't like Diaries Aaron, and the only reason I liked him in season 3 was because I liked MyStreet Aaron, and that's not the same character. That's not the same thing. I just liked him because I liked another version of him. That doesn't count.
No, it very much doesn't.
Like, I want to like Diaries Aaron for Diaries Aaron. I don't want to like Diaries
I mean, it's the same. It's like the reverse of what happened with Kim in the alternates. You impose the other version you've seen of the character onto that, and you have a certain disappointment as a result. Whereas beforehand you were disappointed before things started, and there's something exceeded your expectations, then you went back to it and you're like, oh wait, no, I've got to remember that this is how it started. So I guess it's ultimately a case of that's it. That's also why I don't like to reuse characters in the way that Aphmau or Mania or other people will do in between different shows. I mean, it's a fun concept. Not gonna lie, I know that you yourself would play around with that with the Aidenverse. But yeah, for me personally, I like to crowd people who are specifically from different worlds and such, and also and definitely the one thing I never took from Aphmau was having myself as the main character. That would that would definitely have felt strange for me personally.
I mean, I don't know. When I eventually do get back into the Aidenverse shenanigans, I do plan on doing the concept of having multiple people. Although when I do it, I do tend to, at least writing wise, differentiate the characters or firmly establish where each of these
Yeah,
characters
I'm
are.
not saying it doesn't. I'm not saying it doesn't work. Although if you do differentiate them enough, then the chances are people will draw different comparisons, and what will dislike one version of a character instead of another. So as long as you're prepared for that, I feel like there's no reason not to do it if you're unless you're like me, it's just something that just doesn't appeal to you normally. I should get into the habit of unpausing before I finish a thought and not during it, because that also did not work. Also, hello to Amy as well. A lot of hyphenated names today.
Ow. I forgot how much energy it takes to make a grown man disappear.
So she
Okay, so now we established that she has that she suspend energy, and also we established that Aaron is either motion sick from it or was suffocating.
It's easier with Zane.
And she does sound out of breath, so I will bring up again, what lungs?
Well,
I know that was you, Lumi.
She's exhausted. How do you just sound exhausted when you're without lungs?
Weak and low energy, just genuinely sounding really tired like this, or I need to recuperate, something like that. That's what I would do.
Fair enough.
I mean, technically, lungs you need them to talk, but magic. I'm not gonna be one of those people.
Why are they talking? Shouldn't they be signing instead?
Yeah, and what about Zane? He should be going 0 to 10 lack of realism.
Time.
Well, not any time, because you have limited energy, but close enough.
Mm-hmm. They can't take up on that offer anyway.
I didn't think about how bad it would look that Aphmau's traveling alone.
You also didn't think how bad it would look that that there are a bunch of Marines here, not just the one guy, and you have come out into the open of your ship in the middle of the city. Didn't think that one through either, did you?
Could make her a target. Well, I'll be damned. A coincidence I don't mind.
It's the Deimos again. We're alive! Someone get us to a hospital!
Do hospitals even exist?
I don't know. This makes more sense.
Aaron Saber. Your head is
Wow.
Speaking of sabers, nice emerald-looking sword you've got there.
By the way, Lawrence is more relevant in the series than the last. What would it be?
Like 8 years or something. I don't know.
Like three seasons of MyStreet, essentially. The last 3 seasons of MyStreet and FC University. He is more relevant here somehow than them, and I am finding that very sad. But also, I'm very excited. I'm very excited to have Lawrence back. He's like, I feel like with Lawrence's inclusion here, maybe this means that Lawrence will be relevant in season 7 and 8. And we won't just.
Well, it would feel odd to not have him, considering that he lives in the neighborhood.
Yeah, but it doesn't stop them from an Aphmau's year, pretty much giving Lawrence a single line where he's there for a single line and then never appearing in the rest of Aphmau's year.
Aphmau's year was 5 episodes. That doesn't feel that odd to me.
He doesn't appear. Yeah, but he only appears briefly in episode 1 and never again. Granted, I guess most characters don't. I don't know. It's like one of those weird.
Again,
things.
it doesn't feel that odd to me.
There's a Christmas party. I don't think he's there.
I'm sure that she ordered a lot of consolation pizza. We never saw Reese at all during that time, for example.
I mean, we haven't seen Reese in season 1, anyways.
No, because the only person who they bribed to move out of the neighborhood was Brent. Well, oh wait, no, he wouldn't live in the neighborhood. But yeah, There's a chance there's that, his round does not cover the new streets. That might be why, but yeah, would be a shame otherwise. Again, if you're gonna tie up all the loose ends, bring back, a bunch of ideas, then it would make sense to at least, indulge in a few other characters, even if they're just cameos, much like it was the case in the 10th anniversary. But there you go.
Yeah, I just want Lawrence to have some role in there. Maybe we could revisit the potential love arc or romantic arc. Yeah, Kim all the way back when Kim was introduced. Literally,
that feels like that's sailed by now, to be honest.
I mean, so is his relation. So is potential romantic relationship with Lucinda, but that could also be brought back too. Actually, I wouldn't mind either of those. Him getting with them because if you go back to some of the early MyStreet seasons, like season 1, the person he brought on the Valentine's date was Lucinda. And then you go into the shower scene where Lucinda was teleporting around, and then she.
Okay, that does not feel like grounds for romance. Based on how that shower scene played out, no. Also,
defending her from the Ivan in the play arc, and not the play, the Halloween party.
Yeah, that was also, but yeah, it was also. That was an attempt to help Lawrence, and then Kawaii-chan sabotaged it. But yeah,
if you go back into,
if anything, that was actually to help Lawrence with a different love interest, actually, because she was bored. Remember, the original plan was to switch himself out with Garth to be able to kiss Aphmau.
No, I was talking about the Halloween party.
Oh, I thought you said neighborhood play for some reason.
No, I said neighborhood play briefly, but then it corrected the Halloween party. No, the Halloween party, he helped Lucinda. If you go back to the early seasons, despite being only a handful of moments that could foreshadow him getting with Lucinda, if you go back to early Zane-chan, for example, early Zane-chan also, for the most part, only has only handful of moments throughout some of the early seasons that could have.
Well, yes, because then they address them and they give them more time after that. That's the difference between early Zane-chan and late Zane-chan versus early Lawrence and Lucinda versus non-existent Lawrence and Lucinda after that.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, if Lawrence was brought back though, based off the fact that how Aphmau used to at least hint at potential romances, I wouldn't be surprised if Aphmau tries to circle back into Lawrence X Lucinda or something.
There was a brief thing in the fandom where Lawrence and Lucinda were addressed. However, I have an alternative proposition for a love interest of Lawrence's, one that he did in fact date a number of times and was expressed interest in him on different points of his life, and would also be somebody who he does not know how things have gone down and would be a great surprise reveal based on events that happen in season 4.
No.
Good old Michi.
Michi was harassing him. I don't know what happened between him and her in high school. She was fine in high school, but once they got to adulthood, she kept calling him Cupcake and kept trying to give him a hug and get close to him. So no, ew. He was very freaked out by her in the present day. So that's not a cute ship.
It feels very similar and honestly less violent than Travis and Caitlyn, and you already know my opinion on them.
Even then, the whole icky.
Not to mention Lawrence there's also toyed around with her and bribed her to be to be on a date with him, so they make Aaron jealous, not Aphmau jealous. Yeah, it was Aphmau jealous. Yeah.
Yeah.
So during the Great Diamond deflation of 2015.
It's just one of those things that's that ship is not a thing. That ship is just kind of an icky ship. I don't know. That's like shipping Ian and Aphmau and being like, well, Ian and Aphmau were a thing at one point. So what if they got back? They
were never a thing. Ian just said they were. And also that on levels of severity, what Ian did to Aphmau was far worse than anything Michi, either attempted to do and failed or managed to execute.
Yeah, and also, I don't know, Lawrence also deserves better than Michi. Objectively, it's Lawrence. He deserves better than Michi.
I'm not saying they would stay together. What I'm suggesting is that they reconnected at some point. He gave her a second chance. And it turns out they didn't know about it. It's also an excuse to like bring her into the mix of things. They can find out the reason that she revealed the Ultima information. That would, of course, if Lawrence found out, would be a deal breaker. But again, it would it would just like bring it back to the fray for some time. I'm not saying it would be endgame. I should have clarified that earlier.
I don't know. Even if that's the case, I just still find the idea even like genuinely entertaining that ship in modern day MyStreet. Like Phoenix Drop High is one thing because people are very different in Phoenix Drop High, but in modern day,
that was before most of these stuff had happened.
But in modern day MyStreet, it's like, oh no, that just feels gross. And also, if I were gonna give Lawrence a love interest at any point, I want it to be a serious in-game love interest due to the fact that we are on the final 2 seasons, and I highly doubt we would have time to have a failed love arc with one character just to give him a permanent love interest, because then we just give him a failed love arc, and that's just where we leave his character permanently, essentially. Or maybe leave hints that he may get with someone else, but then that's also equally unsatisfying because then it's like, I don't know, maybe he'll get with someone else as a character finale, as a final end of a charactor. If everyone doesn't get nuked at the end of season 8.
Well, I mean, yeah, but also in general, there are definitely going to be some single Pringles at the end of the series because it'll feel very, very forced to give them all love interest for the final 2 seasons.
Yeah, but I don't want to give Lawrence a failed love arc and just to have him be single at the end of the show, because that would feel like, great, we spent time on a failed love arc that, so we gave him a romantic arc that pretty much failed. I guess Lawrence will never find love in this show. Who cares? Like, no. If we're gonna give it, if you're not gonna, it's either give Lawrence an in-game love, or don't give Lawrence love interest for me, because again, we're at the end of the stretch at the end of the show. If there was gonna be like 5 extra seasons beyond this, I'd be like, okay, you can give him a love arc now. But it's like we have 2 total seasons. We don't have time. We don't have time to give him multiple romantic arcs unless you want to dedicate like half a season to him at one point, which Aphmau really shouldn't do in a final season. I will say, do not do that in the final season.
That's definitely an overcorrection for sure.
Like, that would be an awful final season. Be like, yes, in the final season, we dedicated 7 out of the 20 episodes to Lawrence getting with Kim or Lucinda or something, after we dedicated 7 out of the previous season. And with him
which probably going to have 35.
I don't think it's going to have 35. I think if we're keeping with this production quality of Mermaid Tales, or even slightly lower, I think at most we're getting 26. We are not getting 35. As much as I would love that.
Yeah, that's not that bad. 26 is not that bad, honestly.
Don't get me wrong. As much as I would love 35, I also highly doubt we're getting 35 episodes.
I've done a lot of things. I've always followed my code. If you want to take my head, then just do it.
Who'd you kill, Aaron? Who'd you kill in the forest, Aaron?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, almost killed Ian in the forest, so, technically.
You idiot. You're lucky I'm not a desperate man right now. But you need to tell me.
I do like how he specifies right now. It's like, if my finances change, you're dead.
What the hell you've done?
I haven't the slightest idea.
Gee, doesn't this seem... we've gone from Aiden taking plot elements from Mermaid Tales for Occulta, and more so Aphmau inadvertently taking credits from Occulta, putting it into into this. We've got a character wearing green and a character wearing red, one accusing the other of a crime and not elaborating. Or believing their innocence.
Worthy of a bounty this high.
Yeah, well, he did elaborate, or they did elaborate.
Yeah, he elaborated. Not believing their innocence, I should have said.
I thought maybe you could get some information for me. No, don't.
I wish I didn't.
Then why did you ask him?
What do you mean? What the hell happened?
You're going to want to sit down for this.
You see...
Prince Travis is dead.
God, that would actually suck if they murdered Prince Travis off screen. That didn't happen, by the way, but that would suck. You cannot kill Bree Savin's character off screen. That's not cool, man. Especially a character like Prince Travis, who was a major character for obvious reasons.
There's a character who never found love.
But he was almost dating Caitlyn Mermaid. Mermaid Caitlyn.
Mm-hmm.
Although I don't know if he could produce an heir with her baby.
I don't think was that his goal. Or was it just more so he was lovesick and wanted to express that?
I think he was lovesick, but I mean he's also a ruler. Wait a minute, why is he a prince? Who's the king? Is the king still alive?
Terry, I assume, based on how things go.
But like, it didn't seem to be a king based off. He seemed like he was running the show. Is this like the whole Disney princess thing where it's like, yeah, they're princesses, quote unquote, but they're just queens, really. But
if that were the case, then there'd be no reason for King Eric to exist.
Maybe, I don't know, but he's also like a dad. So
yes, but there wouldn't be need to bring up a dad. It would just be, if anything, you could definitely have Aphmau and Tioni reporting back to Caitlyn, or someone having stolen the secret crystal from Caitlyn specifically after she took over as Princess of the Kingdom. Like,
to be fair, that wouldn't work narratively speaking, because I don't think Caitlyn could just leave the kingdom even if she loves Aphmau.
No, but it would give her it would give her at least like a little bit of like a doubt as a character, a bit of a conflict and duality. But she probably could have expanded the search party if that were the case. Bring on some others, and have Tioni in charge of as an actual captain.
The mermaid guard.
All of Hangman's Rest.
Aye, it was apocalyptic. Not a single soul was spared. Not even the children. Hundreds dead.
And they believe you were responsible for that. Somehow.
You better be lying.
I was there.
That's a fair question. Wait, hold on, you were there?
You were there?
Survived.
What?
I saw those people.
Then why did you think I did it for a second? Why did you consider I did it? You saw their eyes fill with black goo and die. How so
let me get it straight. Not a soul was spared, but Lawrence was able to witness everything with his own eyes and come back, and from that he managed to take someone else must have taken that Aaron was responsible somehow. Maybe someone in their dying moments wrote like Aaron Saber in like big letters or something.
Okay, here's my theory about it. He was on his ship, looking as he was sailing away. His crew members look through his spyglass and he's like, "Captain, something's happening over here." So he goes over and looks in the thing, and he sees people dropping dead with weird black goo. There, but it's explained maybe. I don't think the void has a radius. Maybe.
I was there. It's technically at a distance. Yeah.
I was there from a far distance.
I was 90 feet away and therefore out of range of combat.
Yes! That's the lore, guys. That's the lore.
He's 91 feet away, like last episode of a...
He got a nat 20 on survival. That's how he survived.
No, it'd be Constitution.
Constitution saving throw.
Deserve this.
So that's why they think I did it.
No, that's not why they think you. Well, okay, that's why you're wanted. Okay, fine, yeah.
Well, they got the wrong.
Like the reminder, they remember to say "I" every now and then.
We left the port just after you did.
Oh wait, so he wasn't there. We left the
yeah,
port
so
just after you did.
So again, they left. So again, they left the port. Also, if
did they go back?
If Lawrence was like around the area, is he also not under suspicion? Like, what witness? You said Errol was dead.
Well, what do you mean?
Someone placed you there. A survivor.
Okay, so there was...
You said no one survived! What do you...
Aphmau didn't check over her dialogue for this scene, so she had contradicting statements. Aphmau, this is contradicting yourself, but okay. I love this show, but this show is also really dumb sometimes. Like, come on, Aphmau. This dialogue could have been cleaned
This came out the same day as the 10th anniversary celebration, and that makes more sense.
I mean, well, that was also a dream. Most that you could rationalize.
Dreams are supposed to be chaotic, and yet it was more structured than this conversation.
A man with dark hair and blue eyes.
Oh, I wonder who that is.
Oh,
Saw me do it. How did I do that? I command the black goo. Ooh.
Yeah, that do what exactly? Yeah, perform a ritual.
That son of a bitch!
Aaron, this is serious. It doesn't matter.
Okay,
That
so
man.
theory time. Okay, so this survivor of an event that no one survived. Don't question how that works. It just does. The survivor event that no one survived. Placed Aaron there. What if he was half lying, or what if he was telling the truth? I mean, he knows Aaron didn't do it. But he saw Aaron do it, but he knows it wasn't our Aaron, but he saw Aaron do it. Void Aaron.
That wouldn't be a half lie in that case. He'd just be an unintentional. Yeah, okay. I suppose. I actually have an alternative suggestion again.
Remember how I was suggesting a while ago that the wolf is a version of Aaron, or like a version of MCD Aaron looking for his daughter, wearing a similar wolf mask, but with like the red X over his eye. Remember I suggested that, and it was looking for his daughter, who was in MyStreet season 8, potentially, or in that teaser.
I mean, he's looking in the wrong place if that's the case.
Yeah, well, he may not know she's in another world, but that whole thing, and maybe he needs to get the Realm Breaker, not Realm Breaker, soul, whatever. Maybe he needs to get that. Maybe, but here's the thing: what if that man is a visitor from another world, and there was a void Aaron there causing everybody to die, hypothetically, and he's like chasing down the wolf, aka MCD-esque Aaron,
and he decided to get sidetracked and slaughter people via Moon in that case, just because he was bored from tracking Aaron down.
Well, I mean, the void does like to take over stuff, so maybe he wanted information, and then he was like, well, I don't want to blow my cover, so everybody dies.
Right. Yeah. Even the people that like were within like the field of vision, I guess, because it was an entire. It was all of Hangman's Rest. They can't all have witnessed everything. In fact, they didn't. We know they didn't because we saw their last moments.
I mean, it's possible the Void's also manifesting more power for whatever reason. Because I mean, Irene did die when Angels Fall, and this canonically takes place sometime after when Irene died. And maybe Irene's death is allowing the Void to claim more power, so it's having more influence in the worlds it is in, maybe, or something. Maybe it has something to do with Irene's death in MyStreet.
I guess the first time we ever see Irene's power in any sort of manifestation is through the purifying of the Void itself. Well, not so much in Diaries Rebirth. In Diaries Original, that was the first time. Yeah. I guess. I have another suggestion, probably not the actual thing, but here's what could have happened. It's clear that it's implied that the person with dark hair and blue eyes is Caspian. Not confirmed yet, but it's implied at this point. I think Aaron's jumping to that conclusion. Ironic, considering that he's being accused of something he didn't do, but based on flimsy evidence, and he's doing the same thing. But whatever, moving on. If it happened to be Caspian, what could have happened is he returned at one point, like he wasn't there, but he saw like the devastation, like the corpses on the ground or something, and it was like, what horror, what despair! This is a vision that none should see. Alright, who do we blame this on? Okay, spin the wheel, okay, and, yes, that guy I don't like. What was his name? Aaron Saber? Yeah, they say it a lot, don't they? Yeah, so it's probably they bring it up all the time, yeah. Alright, well, we'll go ahead and spread the word, say Aaron Saber did this. Yes, Gustav, you can produce eidetic memory portraits of someone with their exact clothes. Yeah, you go ahead and print out the posters. Yeah, all right, we got this. Off to the races.
Yeah, but I don't know. That right now, that's just my main theory right now is the fact that
Yeah, no, I get it. Your like serious one. Yeah, that's more plausible.
The visitor, is it the visitor? Wait, what was the terms they used for like the hero? Was it the hero and the visitor, or was it the visitor?
Sorry, where were these terms used in what context?
In Void Paradox, like what the official term Lawrence would have been in that context of the story, you know?
No idea.
I forget, but like essentially, this world's visitor is a version of Aaron wearing the wolf mask, going by the wolf, and we have the Void creature or the Void Aaron, and that would be a pretty cool plot twist. And then he's, I don't know, looking for alternate Alina, who is being chased by the Void in MyStreet.
Alternate Alina? Oh my.
Not alternate Alina. I mean, maybe it's the main Alina. I don't know, because it could be a weird time travel situation like Lawrence was in Void.
Plot twist, it was actually an alternate that was responsible. It was an alternate that shapeshifted into...
It wasn't alternate.
I'm kidding.
This is what Aphmau has done to the world alternate. Like,
I'm joking. I'm not serious about that. I know the difference.
I know. I'm just frustrated by the fact that Aphmau's a series called The Alternates, and whenever I use the term alternate character, it could be meaning the alternates. I'm not talking about the alternates. The alternates is not canon in the MyStreet.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, don't worry. You've made your point. You established what your theory was earlier. It's fine. We understand.
Yeah.
We'll be on the lookout.
Diaries Aaron,
After a man in a
Dark
blizzard.
Aaron.
You're lucky you ran into me before anyone else.
I mean, I kind of purposely ran into you, but yeah, no, close enough.
Where are you going? You can't go into the town.
I'm gonna kill
I'll
someone.
be fine.
There is somebody who I don't trust alone for more than 5 minutes. I must find her. Apple's like the Scooby of this party.
Oh god, she's like a Scooby party. I'm pretty sure Caspian's evil. I'm pretty sure he's evil, man. He's talking to a circle.
Yes. No one who talks to a circle can be good. You know, insert Winx Club season 4 here.
I know.
I haven't seen Winx
found them
Club,
yet.
so maybe? I don't know.
Oh, really? You ever seen Winx Club before?
I know clips and I know some of the lore. I haven't seen it though.
Oh, interesting.
Or
Might have to do that at some point. After walkthrough, though.
her.
It shimmers. It talks to me.
Shining, shimmering, splendid.
Oh god.
I'm sorry. I was clear on their trail, and they just vanished. They're here somewhere. I just have to.
It's a very angry circle.
I do like how like underwater languages like Shimmer and Seabun are always like the most incomprehensible gibberish.
I will not fail again.
I'm pretty sure he's evil, Jacob. I don't know. I think he's just evil.
Damn it!
Yeah, you know, it could be a misguided vigilante. Red mist, more like blue circle.
I will find you.
Blue circle. That's the vigilante's version of the Joker. Not the vigilante's. Red Mist version of the Joker. The blue circle. You know, it like Red Mist seeks justice, you know, by any means, and the blue circle just seeks chaos by any means. Or by very specific means. We're doing opposite, very specific means of yes. Anyways, that's the lore. Blue circle. No, I'm kidding. That's not canon yet. I'm probably not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do a vigilante on vigilante shenanigans.
No, but it's honestly, one is probably enough. Considering it's not like, you know, the most familiar concept at this point. I wonder if that would actually like kind of work as a campaign concept of some kind, like a like a team of superheroes who instead of like called out to solve missions, they're called out to actual different locations in Solo Campaign. I'm sure there's like an actual system that would allow
No,
for
wait,
that, like
we
a
get
different
call
roleplay
it the
system.
Justice. No, it's called the Justice Guild. The Justice.
Yeah, there you go. Wait a minute. The Red Mist wants to become part of the Justice Guild, and that's why they're so motivated. But they just suck in general. So it's like the Justice Guild keeps ignoring them. It's like, no, I will prove it. She's evil. Trust me. Yeah.
Anyways, episode thoughts and yes. I enjoyed this episode. Granted, there are some hiccups, like the exposition from Lawrence. Also, the out of nowhere dialogue from what's her name, Lumi. I feel like Lumi's dialogue could have been executed better, and Lawrence's needed to be checked again.
Yes. Yeah, Lawrence needs to be checked for accuracy. Lumi needs to be checked for efficacy.
Yeah, I do appreciate the fact that this town has lore. I do like towns with lore. I just wish it was delivered in a more natural way, I guess.
Yeah, if we're gonna spend some time here, we might as well find out the lore. Exactly like you said, over time.
I mean, I don't know even how long we're gonna spend here. Like, because the last arc we had was only 3 episodes, so we may only spend 2 more episodes here. Honestly,
that's more than enough time.
I
mean, for what Lume was able to cover in a couple of paragraphs, yeah, they can bring some stuff up. They can mention the alliances, or in some sort of way. Maybe they happen to hide in the border areas, and they don't know which security team has jurisdiction to try and arrest Aaron, so they have to try and fight over that. I don't know.
I mean, maybe, but I don't know. I do enjoy the action in this episode, and one thing I am happy about with this episode especially is the bringing back of Lawrence, even if his dialogue kind of got a little bit muddled towards the exposition part. But we're ignoring that, but bringing back of Lawrence and the bringing back of the Minor Demons crew.
Yeah, as far as bringing back goes, how did they survive?
Cartoon logic, I guess.
Yeah, they really did blast off again, I suppose.
Yeah, but I do like how if they're not meant to be dead, because Aaron doesn't kill. That's been a major statement in the show.
Yeah, clearly something that he intentionally has held on to, considering what happened to them originally. And today, well, I mean, that was, I guess, technically Aphmau, so alright, fine.
It was Aphmau Lumi. That if they die here, their deaths are at Aphmau Lumi specifically.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, no. So, but I do kind of enjoy this. I think this upcoming arc or second half of the show, whatever Aphmau ends up deeming it, whatever it ends up being, is pretty interesting. I do wonder how long Caspian's been working with the Blue Circle. Was he working with the Blue Circle when we first saw him in episode 1 and 2? Or is this a in-between development of those? After he left them, he started working for the Blue Circle?
I mean, he could have been working for them this whole time, and he wouldn't bring it up in any other situation.
I mean, yeah, but I feel like you would push harder to get Aphmau to try to join his crew, or
I mean, he is the champion diver, I suppose. So he's probably spent a long time under the sea, and probably encountered some strange things over time.
And obviously, this is probably going to all tie back into the Siren stuff in the season, and tie into Xena and her sister, who has not been named. I don't know what her name is. The other mermaid.
Oh well. Oh, that was some ill timing. Yeah,
oh, no, I'm here. Yeah, but yeah. Anyways, but yeah, I do wonder how the series is gonna tie together. Although I would assume the series is getting 15 episodes at this point, because we're at episode 6, so we're slightly past the halfway point of the show, right? And it feels like we're just getting started on a lot of plot points, or it's just starting to dive into some of these plot points. So I highly doubt it's a 10-episode show at this point, or an 8-episode show, because, I don't think we have time to resolve everything within 8 to 10 episodes. So I assume we're going for the original Mermaid Tales episode count of 15 would be my best guess, or maybe 12 to 13 if Aphmau wants to try less. But you know.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I've been saying all this time that it was that 10 would be unlikely based on how that on the pacing of the series.
I mean, yeah, but Aphmau for a majority of the series does 10 episodes, or at least did back in the day, unless she cut them arbitrarily short.
Yeah. Well, at one point, one of them was cut arbitrarily short at 11. So yeah, that was.
Yeah.
But yeah, in terms of this, I will say now having introduced or just like the idea that Aaron is wanted, and like and referring back to the incident at Hangman's Rest. Yeah, there is a chance that now we're entering some sort of second phase. And since it is episode 6, that would suggest that we are nearing at least some sort of midpoint. So yeah, as far as structure goes, it does seem to be taking a bit more shape now. So now I can see like speculating on like the episode length. Beforehand, we were doing up like episodes like 1 and 2. I was like, why are you even addressing this? We don't have enough information. Now we kind of do. So yeah, it does seem to be going in that direction, which. I don't. It depends on like how they actually deal with it in the first place. Yeah, I mean, Mermaid Tales season 1, I think only that didn't have that many episodes either. Yeah, it was 15. So, I mean, it would be a fitting number. So I guess that's now what we should be probably expecting. I think.
I don't know. I mean, I'm having a lot of fun with the show. It's just a shame that MyStreet is not going to be for a while, but at the same time, this show is. I suppose
she did say she wanted to finish this Mermaid Tales, so she might want to be. I'm hoping that's not reflect in the later episodes and make it seem like she's trying to wrap a bunch of stuff up way too fast. I'm hoping that they're still going to take time on that.
I don't think that's the case, and honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if she's also pushing MyStreet production back. If she's like on the side, just writing episodes / scenes. / concepts of MyStreet, and like. Well,
she did say she wanted to plan a bit more than she did in the past, so that would be ideal for sure.
I wouldn't be surprised if she was doing that while this is. I'm sure.
Well, I mean, they have to animate a bunch of stuff, so I guess they have to have the writing and the recording done, significantly earlier.
I wouldn't be surprised if this show was actually mostly planned by the time they were talking about it around VidCon or mentioned the concept of it. Potentially happening. I wouldn't be surprised if Aphmau had a bunch of plans written down and like a structure.
Well, clearly they had a plan to do one season, and they realized they had too much and decided to split into 2. So I mean, they've definitely been working on the story to get to a point to realize that was an issue.
I mean, although I will say I think I could have told Aphmau that a final season of MyStreet would need either a boatload of episodes. Like I would argue the final season of MyStreet would need like 40
I also could have said that. I actually there's a theory that I never made back in the day that I honestly regret not putting to paper. I think I might have mentioned it like in the odd season 6 review or something. But I had this idea when season 6 was coming out that there would be 2 more seasons of MyStreet, because they mentioned the apocalypse, and I thought, well, based on the lighthearted dark pattern that's been a thing for most of MyStreet's runtime, it would make sense to have another lighthearted but with elements of dramatic and drama and recovery, and building up to this apocalypse idea rather than jumping straight into it, because that would feel very unnatural. And then the apocalypse stuff, dealing with that idea or solving that in whichever way, would have been season 8. I wish I pointed that out, because all that stuff that I thought of in 2018 has come to pass. It's annoying that the least crackpot thing I've ever said is the one that came true.
Yeah, I mean, but honestly, using potentially a majority of season 7 for character building and character work and resolving, it
is like a last hurrah, or it's a last chance to really do that. So
and then using season 8 to be the last major grand story of the overall series, and the last grand story arc, kind of the way season 6 was. For
that is the general idea that I had envisioned that they would do. That was the ultimate meat and potatoes of it. Because also people nowadays, even for nostalgia purposes, people have like those particular things of MyStreet. That's why it lasted for as long as it did. Even before the drama stuff was happening, people were clamoring for new episode releases and new ideas. And then even more so once you attract like a whole entire other subsection of people. So having like those two seasons for like those to satisfy that craving of a conclusion that we've all had, yeah, fantastic. But I guess only time will tell. For right now, we should probably be, again, keeping the focus on keeping the focus on Mermaid Tales for now. Enjoy the thing that we've got at the moment. And we can, and we will definitely be there and present for when the real thing comes out in the future.
I will say this is so much more of an enjoyable interim series than alternate season 2, which actually wasn't as bad as season 1.
Okay.
But, no, I'm just saying I want more interim series like this, not alternate season 2. Thank you.
All right. Yeah. Coming soon, Meteor Valley season 2.
Oh, actually, I wouldn't complain about that. I
wonder how they pull it off. Actually,
if they do like Meteor Valley season 2, and they had like the same writing quality of Mermaid Tales, I honestly think that would actually be pretty good. And now, if they had the same writing quality of alternate season 2, not really. But if they had the same writing quality of this show, I actually think Meteor Valley season 2 would be pretty good. Although, I will say, I feel like we're more likely to get an FC University Season 2 over Meteor Valley Season 2. Realistically, unfortunately.
Well, I mean, I guess they did say FCU was
I consider a financial failure.
Yeah, although, tying things into MyStreet, having a revisiting of those characters, I also would love to see, granted.
Ooh, give a remake of The Big Move, actually. Like make a Big Move the movie. But like you remake it and remake it like in a
that's skipping ahead. That would have to be done like after a hypothetical FCU season 2 if they did do that. Or it outperformed Meteor Valley. So like I just said a random series that wasn't Ultra Nova that I knew would would be hypothetical.
What actually would be an interesting series if they were to continue? Because I don't think there are many besides Mermaid Tales to even consider. But now I'm thinking about it.
Well, I mean, I guess there was. I guess the other one would be a Royal Tale, I suppose. Yeah, that was done around the same time as Mermaid Tales, so I guess.
That was around the time of X University. But I don't think they would do that one because that one I think was actually intentionally cut short because I think that one's only 8 episodes and I'm pretty sure that one was meant to be a lot longer, but Aphmau cut it short. Essentially gave it a Phoenix Drop Days treatment where they kind of just wrapped the story in a single episode.
Yeah, it didn't feel as infuriating. Although I guess I probably should look back into that in general because like they wrapped up some things. I think what I'm saying a cursory glance because the Phoenix Drop Days was meant to be bittersweet to begin with. I guess like that also like ruined a lot of the good vibes that they had going. Compared to at least like wrapping other things up. The other series I would consider bringing back. Actually, you mentioned that Minor Demons would be the one that makes the most sense.
Oh well, that one we already know is getting a season 2, or at least it's been announced.
Oh yeah, that's right. They did announce that. So yeah, I guess that they are working on like other stuff as well. So yeah, there you go.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if after MyStreet season 7 they switch to Minor Demons season 2, and then they go back to MyStreet season 8. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the pattern they do. Like they have like one.
I'm starting to see a problem that might emerge with this basically. I feel like they definitely need like some sort of like new thing as well. There's not alternates. I know that alternates was technically new, but its origins kind of boxed it in as well.
A original thing that's not too derivative of anything else.
Yeah, because if you start to like know all of these like remakes and stuff for the sake of it, then eventually you're going to run out of those as well. But I feel like you need to like intersperse them with like other things. I think the reason that we got so many new roleplays in 2017 and 2018 was because they were trying out like other story ideas that had been like roaming around to see if any of them stuck as much as MyStreet did, and unfortunately they didn't, because that was that was like reaching the point, or like we already surpassed the point where Jess had mentioned having writer's block about MyStreet and hand over some of that stuff to Jason. So yeah, I can definitely see that. I say that I mean, again, as somebody who has now been doing the same show for 6 years, I can definitely see the I can understand the impulse to try out new stuff in general, just every now and then, even if it takes up time. But yeah, hopefully, and who knows what other ideas or hypotheticals she might have thought of over time. That never came to be. So yeah, personally, if this is the only remix that we get, interspersed with some other stuff, I would not be displeased. So yeah, but again, like I said, only time will tell. That we shall enjoy the thing that we have for right now, because we are once again in a time period where we can say that there is something of this kind to enjoy. And that, for me, is already fantastic.
Yeah.
So we'll leave it there for right now. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Hello to Emily, who just showed up. Yeah, and leave a like or dislike, because your opinion matters.
And subscribe if you've not done so already. Till next time, farewell.
Yeah, and on that note, until next time, farewell.
Ah!